Chat too much.
Turn that bitch up.
Chat too much. Chat too much.
Let's go.
Chat too much. Chat too much. Chat too much.
Hey, my yeah. Ho. Yo, Tommy, you gotta cheers me.
Gladly.
Welcome to the Chat2Much Podcast. It's your boy Tyrex.
And your boy Ayo.
Tommy.
Producer Rooks.
How you guys doing today?
So good.
How's your week been?
My week?
Who should we start with today?
Oh, honestly, I'm trying to recollect my week because it's all been snow removal. So like I had to go into work Tuesday to do a 13-hour shift.
This guy's acting like he didn't go viral just over this week. Like 1.4 million
the
right
man's
now,
starting
guys.
with the snow removal. Like that's. Do you think our audience from elsewhere has a good idea of like where we are and what the snow is like? Let's give them a good idea about how much snow you've been getting.
I mean, we're in Hamilton, Ontario, so like it's nothing crazy.
That's Canada, by the way, if you're not from here.
Yeah, it's the same place that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's from.
SGA.
His mural is down the street from my house, but that's not important because we get yes, we get a decent amount of snow here. We calculate it by centimeters. We don't calculate it by inches.
Do they calculate by inches in the States?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so my last snow shift, it wasn't that bad. It was just the fact that I literally had to do 57 properties in 13 hours, and that did not end up being fun.
Round of applause for Rooks for having the strength to shovel all that snow.
Yeah. There was some shoveling. There was some big machinery use, but...
Can we get into the funner part of your week?
What is fun about my week?
You went viral.
The funnest part about my week, to be honest with you,
This nigga's
was
boring as shit.
probably the fact that well, I don't care. I don't care if niggas like me being boring. If niggas don't like me being boring.
You went viral.
I'm not viral. Viral is like
100 mil.
not even 100. It's I consider viral like if I can literally go to you and be like, yo, did you see that one video? And you're like, oh yeah, that video's fucking hilarious.
Things are viral.
That is viral.
Rooks,
to me.
you're downplaying this way too
Super
hard, bro.
downplaying it.
Fam,
Your
like,
one video you made is at 1.4 milli
That's
within the
cool.
week. Within the week,
Within
and
24
and Hamilton's population is 500,000, bro. So
Okay.
now look at it from that perspective.
That's like again, like it's
Okay.
cool.
That's way more interesting than you talking about your snow removal. I quite frankly don't care.
It's one video. If I had like 5 videos in a row go over 1 million views, then I'd be like, yeah. Like,
What do you
I
think
figured
the
out-
audience cares more about? You making a video that actually, we should play that video actually, but what do you think the audience would care more about? You getting a video that grossed 1.4 million views or 1.5 million views in how much, 48 hours?
I guess.
Something like that.
Or you removing snow for your job? They don't care.
Hey, y'all asked.
Shit, I just thought you were gonna go with the more like the approach that was more entertaining.
I mean, like the only reason I don't care is because I plan to do it again.
God, some people just can't take a compliment, guys.
Wait. So what's your okay? That's actually a great segue. What's your plan to do it again?
Keep posting content and continuously just make sure you understand how good content looks. Like literally as soon as I started taking the video, I was like, I should probably make this really good so that it turns out to be gold. And then I was like, I have to put a caption that is literally just going to like make people want to watch the entire video. And I literally was just like, this is the craziest shit I've seen all year.
Do you guys think that like do you guys think this is how like Steph Curry and like LeBron feels? Like, it's another MVP. It's another 30-point game.
100%.
You know, it's like, yeah,
100%,
I'll do it again.
bro.
It's just whatever. You know, I just scored
100%.
55. It's whatever.
100%. When niggas drop 50, it's just like,
Nah, nigga. I want my dick sucked after dropping 50. We need to celebrate.
yeah. Well, I mean, niggas that drop 50 are usually married, so.
James Harden ain't married. Kevin Durant ain't married.
True.
I like how you were able to just drop those facts Very quick.
Let's go, fam.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Let's have that conversation. Why aren't those niggas married?
Because they're having it their way and they're enjoying it too much. And then when you get to that level of fame, it's hard to even trust somebody enough to marry them because you feel like everybody wants to use you for your hundreds of millions of dollars and your success.
And you don't think it would help out if they just went for someone that's like also very famous and has lots of money?
Well, look at the people who are examples of that. Like Steph Curry and LeBron, they have like high school sweethearts. Once you already get to the level of fame that they're at, I feel like it's going to be very... Like if I was James Harden living in Houston, like at that time, and now he's living in LA and shit like that, I guess like, yeah, find a wifey, but like... It's like, is that I feel like you get spoiled to the point where it's like a girl's going to have to handle a lot because like... What incentive? You have to really like a girl. What incentive do you have to stay if she's starting bullshit? And then you're scared people are going to take your money and divorce you.
But
that's
I think his
that's
point.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like just like you can like you're a guy, like you can get with a girl that's like, oh, like you're dating so and so, like, oh, okay, my bad.
But those girls probably don't have the best. Like those type of niggas, they want a girl who just wants to like who wants to do their thing. Like, you could be like a Brandon Ingram. He's dating Glorilla, and you know he's on Toronto now, so she'd probably be out here somewhere. You know what I'm saying,
bro? There's been bare pictures and videos of her out courtside.
Yeah, so
Toronto.
it's like, yeah, I guess you could do that, but I don't know if that's the best for everybody's personality because some niggas just want a girl to like be the housewife.
Low key, yeah, they don't want like fame to come with it, like or they have their own clout. You know,
Yeah,
It's,
like
more
I could
low-key.
understand somebody not wanting that. So any negatives for your week?
I said my negatives about snow removal.
Okay.
Working 13 hours
Okay,
in
that's
a
work.
day. Yeah, that was really shit.
How about you, Tommy? We understand your dad came here on a banana boat, but let's try to
Well, my positive is it's the holiday season. You know, I have a little sock business called Sock ID, and you know, business has been going well. I'm happy with that.
round of applause.
People like socks during the cold seasons. Who would have thought, right?
Crazy.
In terms of the negatives, bro, a lot of people drive really, really, I guess cautious, but it slows down traffic more just when they see like a little bit of snowflakes hitting, bro. It's like, get your snow tires on. Or just, I don't know, trust yourself. Trust yourself,
Not
you know?
everybody can afford snow tires right now.
Hey, I don't have mine on right now.
Me either.
But bro, I'm at the point where it's just like there hasn't been that much snow compared to all the other years. Thankfully.
There's been more consistent snow.
I feel like it's been more snow than the other years, but niggas be
Yeah.
plowing that shit. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you say so?
Yeah. I feel like they
For
get
sure.
on that pretty early, and like the roads are pretty good after like. If you don't wake up early, you're probably if you start driving by like 1 p.m., no matter when it snows in the night, like you're good.
I remember there's one year I was working out in like Welland, and I couldn't drive out there. I had to call in for work because I'm like, bro, the snow is literally past my freaking knees. You remember that one year? Like it was like past
I feel like
the
every
knees.
year there's at least
Last
one
year?
day. I feel like every year there's at least one heavy snow day that's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, this is fucked. But
Yeah.
like, I feel like for the average snow day or whatever, like, yeah, it may snow or whatever, but it's not a hindrance unless you're leaving really early for work or like it's snowing at the same time while
Hey,
you're
man,
going.
maybe if I count my blessings, they don't turn on the weather machine.
Do you guys believe in like the weather machine?
Brother,
Like, do you
I've
believe
seen-
that somebody controls the weather? Like,
I don't know.
can control hurricanes and they're fighting like governmental wars and shit like that.
Dog.
With, like,
No, I don't
for
think
sure,
so.
they got the machinery to do some crazy shit. The
Like
technology to do that shit. Because I've seen videos of like
I
them
think they do
literally
too.
creating storm clouds in a room, bro. I've seen the videos.
I think that there could be some type of warfare where countries war each other by like, yeah, let's send a hurricane at their ass.
100p, bro.
Let's fuck with the tectonic plates, earthquake that bitch. I feel like they have the technology, but they're kind of like, they don't choose to use it.
No,
all the
we
time.
don't know shit. But like, bro, just know that there is a whole team that is focused on creating the strongest weapon for when war comes around.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
The next war is not going to be like, well, there's already wars going on. But wars nowadays aren't fought like they used to be fought. There's a lot of drones and shit.
Yeah, bro, that's even crazier, man.
Yeah.
Imagine, bro, they got like mosquitoes that could blow your fucking brain out. Oh,
Yeah,
my
so
apologies.
if
My apologies.
we get drafted, it's not gonna be like World War I and II, like where we're in the trenches or the front lines and shit like that. I think that it's gonna be more like we're gonna be assigned machines and shit.
Yo, speaking of drafted, bro, like you remember when the Korea was like they're drafting people for the army and like, bro, they're literally like their music pop stars are getting drafted and
BTS.
shit. They're just like
BTS had to literally take time off to go serve time in the army.
yeah, bro. Just imagine you're like, but I'm a singer.
You gotta go serve
I'm
your
famous
shit, bro.
though.
In other countries, that's why we have to count our blessings here, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
honestly, like in North Korea and shit, like they have it fucked. Like everybody has to join the military.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
Even
Not
the
even
women.
that, bro. Their whole entire life
They
is
probably shows.
their
I'm not
whole life is
100%
controlled,
sure.
bro. North
Their
Korea is not even like comparable to anything over here, like in the world. North Korea is like
I know,
controlled, bro.
it's fucked. But what I don't understand is why are we going to why does like the government go to all these other places to be like, yeah, we have to stop, we have to keep the peace here, we have to do this and that, and America infiltrates all these other countries because they feel the need, like how they were in Afghanistan and da 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 da.
Really?
But they don't go. Yeah, they're going for the oil.
No,
but,
okay.
but I guess there's nothing in North Korea for them to take advantage of because there's like, yeah, we're just gonna let them do them, even though there's like millions of like oppressed
Brother,
people there.
they don't trust that guy who's running North Korea. You see his haircut, bro? They don't trust him. They're like, if this guy's doing that to himself by choice,
North Korea
I don't want
has
to fuck with
nukes.
him, bro.
Their nukes are shit.
It's still nukes.
We have nuclear defense. I'm telling you.
That's like
Brother,
it's
I
not-
hear what you're
nukes.
saying, but no one wants smoke with him. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody cares to have smoke with him because there's no benefit. I'm telling
true,
you,
okay.
USA would whoop that ass. Their nukes can't even reach here, bro. And they don't have enough nukes. If they nuke us, they're gonna risk getting completely nuked to death because America has way too much firepower. So if you fuck up California, we're fucking up your whole entire shit. And then also, look, you know their technology over there? They're still driving cars from like the 50s and shit. Like they're way behind because they don't do global trade. So they have cars that are mad old and outdated. All their guns are mad old and outdated. Half their country is dying from famine, so they're too fucking hungry to really fight anyways.
I think he's just trying to save money.
Like, damn, like that's real dictatorship shit.
I definitely. Again, because they have nukes, I don't think the benefits of going after North Korea is worth it to go through all that trouble.
Yeah, it's just a flex at that point. They're just like, yeah, they thought they were good.
And that
We got
every
him.
single person in the country is an army person, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anything else with your week?
No, that's good. It was a good week.
Okay, I'll talk about mine. I actually do not have a very eventful week this week.
Okay.
I don't really have anything that I could really think of off my head besides I've been doing 50 push-ups a day. I've been going to the gym.
Round of applause for him.
You're the only one doing it, eh?
You've been doing it too. Like Tommy's been like, Rooks, I'm really disappointed in actually.
Yeah, I'm a waist shoot still.
Because Rooks is the one like, yeah, I said, yeah, we should do it every day for until 2026. He's like, we should do it every day forever, eternity and shit.
Yeah.
And then this nigga just like, I shoveled snow today. That was my workout. Like, what?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And AO, that's just, I'm not even going to talk about that. This nigga, the first day I was proud of you. You banged out 25 push-ups, and then the next day he's like, yo, my arm still hurt from last time.
Yeah, that's how it works.
And
You're
then the
supposed to
day
recover.
after, you're still like, yeah, my arm still hurt, and then you banged out 5. But you know, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for banging out the 5. But
Yeah, round of applause.
No, because you're not keeping up with it. You're not keeping up with it.
Bro, I don't work out. You can't expect me to.
I can expect you to do a lot. You just don't want to.
No, I literally.
also,
can't.
though, my week, Christmas is coming. I'm the only one with a kid. So like, if you guys don't, if Christmas is not really popping for you guys, or you guys just like, yeah, I'm not getting anybody's shit. Is that what it's like?
Yes. Every year.
You don't get anybody anything for Christmas?
No.
Not even your mom?
No.
Does she get you anything?
Not really, no.
How about you?
No,
Do you get anything? Nothing?
no.
How about you?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good with Christmas. I try to get my parents like stuff, but it's hard. It's just hard. They don't have like hobbies. They don't have like interests like that. But I try to like figure out like, okay, like for example, my dad, I'm like, yo, you're getting older, pops. I'm gonna get you a Toro battery powered snowblower.
Hard.
You know what I mean? So that
That's
way you
really
don't have to worry about
creative.
gas. You could use it. It's
You're a good gift giver, eh?
brother.
Because gift giving really takes actual thought and consideration. It's hard, but like relationships is kind of where if I'm single, I don't get shit for Christmas or birthdays or anything. I don't get anything at all in life on any day unless I have a girlfriend. But I guess like, you know, if I ask my mom. But like honestly, it's like my parents, like my whole family, like, you know, we ain't really up like that. So I don't feel right asking people for shit. I'm the person that people ask for shit. So I don't really like, I assume that lots of people don't got it. But for my daughter and my niece, this year is like a tight year with budgets. So I'm getting.
No, I feel you on that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually do like a white Santa, like we do like shit like that with her cousins and stuff, and like we put the budget down to like $20 this year instead of like 50 or whatever the fuck, you know.
Do you
where
guys feel
everyone's
like it's like financially a little bit more tight than usual this year?
100%, bro.
Because I thought it was just me, honestly.
No, bro.
Like it was like even last year, same job and everything, but I do feel like this year it's a little bit more tight for some reason.
Bro, just look at the food prices.
Yeah,
That's what you look
real
at,
shit. Yo, good thing my homie steals food for me. Yo, shout out to that homie, bro. He steals food for me, and I buy it off of him for the lows.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I got 6 pieces of, I got like, you know, 6 pieces of chicken. I got like fucking 5 steaks for like $30. Nice quality meat.
I'm
You know what I'm
jealous.
saying? You gotta have friends you know, some friends in the underworld.
Bro,
I want
bro
two
just put his
booster.
friend on the map. Now the FBI is gonna start. I mean, the
want two
CIA is
booster.
gonna start going through all his stuff and be like, "Who is connected to this guy that we can book?"
He's a ghost. You'll never find out.
Is the CIA even a part of Canada?
I don't fucking know.
Isn't that Canada?
CIA.
No, that's Central. Wait, what's the Canadian version of that?
We don't know shit about Canada, bro.
I don't know.
I know more about American shit than Canada shit. I'm not gonna lie.
What
Just
about
because
the
media.
Royal Mountie? Like what are those people?
Royal Mountain Police or whatever.
I don't even know what the
That's-
OPP
that's-
stands for.
That's
Ontario Police.
That like Royal Mounted. Yeah, something police. I'm pretty sure
RCMP.
that covers. Yeah, RCMP. I'm pretty sure that covers like actual like all of Canada.
Okay.
And then OPP covers.
What does that stand
Ontario-
for?
Ontario Provincial Police.
Yeah, provincial police. Okay.
Yeah.
Those niggas are dickheads. If they
Bro,
pull you over,
they're
you're
not
going-
nice. None of
you're
them are
going
nice,
down.
bro. None of them are
you're going
nice.
Down. You're going down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny because in my comments on Red Note, people were talking about like, oh, like HOA, and I had to be like, yeah, Canada doesn't have HOA.
What the fuck is HOA?
Homeowners Association. So it's like you basically become a part of like a cult if you move into a certain neighborhood. And it's like you have regulations, like you can't park your car a certain way.
Oh, you gotta do like
can't-
those votes and you gotta do those meetings with each
Yeah,
other.
you
Oh
can't- you
my
can't-
god!
Is that what
Oh.
George Zimmerman was a part of? Because he was neighborhood fucking security watch.
I don't know. Because there's neighborhood watch, which is different from HOA. HOA, it's like there's actually like a board of directors and like.
Well, clearly I'm too poor to know this shit. I grew up in public housing and apartment buildings.
Well, I mean,
type
it
of shit.
doesn't really come down to like whether you're too poor or too rich to have, because it's only in the
It's a neighborhood.
states.
Oh,
like
that's-
it's
So
not,
they have it in the hood in the States too?
I don't.
No,
think
I
so.
don't think so.
Okay, so it's a financial thing, right?
I don't know. I don't know if there's. I don't know if there's.
Okay. Let's get back on topic. Yeah, I have a 4-year-old, and they're really easy to shop for. I'm literally like, I was like, oh, she would love these washable markers. Oh, this book where she could draw. Great, but I'm trying to focus on educational things because I want to get her to read, like, you know, at a quicker pace than maybe other kids and whatnot. And I want to get something for my niece and my daughter because they're cousins, but they act like sisters. They're a year apart. And I actually want to get them a custom blanket each with
Okay.
like both of their, like, with them, a picture of them together on it.
Oh, that's adorable.
So I do want to get that. And they can't, they're too young to watch podcasts, so I can say this on here without them fucking looking back at it and be like, oh, I know what I'm going to get for Christmas.
Yeah.
Dog, I want to raise my bro. I want to raise my kids so well where it's like I saw this video of this kid. He gets a rock for Christmas. And he's like, "Oh, a rock!" And he's like so excited. Another one is like,
He was
"It's
faking it.
avocado."
It's an avocado.
I pray, little
No,
one. I
at 4
pray.
years old, they're very easy to please. I'm not going to lie. They're
Yeah.
very easy to please.
Yeah.
I pray.
But yeah, I hate the snow, hate the winter, hate this time of year, hate the money aspect, baby mama drama. Not gonna get into it, but that's my week. Yeah. How about you, Ao?
Shit, my week was more fuck, I can't say the word uneventful. But I guess the highlight of my week was I'd never edited before, so seeing us post like some of the clips that I edited and getting a little bit of views, like, kind of makes you feel some type of way.
You've been cooking, bro.
I have a hot take. I actually think Ao is the best editor.
I do too. I've been saying that. He's
Yeah.
guy.
He
I
puts-
think that Rooksy fixes up the small things that could, but like, you know, he has good vision.
You got a knack for it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm happy that you've came a long way. Hail me. Let's go.
But yeah. Oh yeah. Far. But yeah, in terms of that felt pretty good. I mean, I'm just kind of looking to be more consistent with that, and then hopefully we can start getting traction with the podcast. But in terms of downsides, mostly that I didn't really go out this week, so I've been getting a lot of like, what's the opposite of homesickness?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What you feel, but you could just go outside.
I could.
Yeah.
But you could literally just like, go for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Could literally hop on the
This
Barton
guy's not
bus.
outside.
He could literally be on the Barton bus for 5 minutes and be downtown.
There's a lot of things you could do. You could come see me, bro. I don't live that far.
True. I don't even know your address.
You could text me.
just say your address real quick for the pod, bro.
You could text me. You can find out my address.
Yeah,
But there's also
I could
like
text you. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Have you ever been ice skating?
Yes, I have.
I can't imagine you on ice skates.
I did that when I was super young, and I've also gone skiing when I was also. Really
Are you
young.
excited to go to South Africa?
I'm excited to get out of this house, to be honest. Just
But you're gonna go to South Africa and stay in another house and not go outside.
yeah, but at least like it's different, I like
It's a different house.
I'm gonna see what what's in store for me in South Africa, like what I can do. I don't think I'm gonna go out because like I don't know anybody other than my mom, and my mom like is not someone I want to go out with.
But why don't you meet people? I'm a friendly person. I could go outside and make friends.
Where you staying?
go
Yeah.
out.
Where you staying?
I don't know yet. I'm just
Oh.
gonna be. I don't know.
Damn.
But I'm gonna be staying with my mom. I just don't know.
Do you think
exactly
you need
where
a
she
pet?
lives. Yeah, I'd like a dog or a cat or something.
I usually feel like a dog is too much maintenance for me, but I feel like a dog would be good for you because it'll give you a reason to like take it for walks and shit.
Yeah.
Like if you had a cat, you'd stay inside all the time.
Yeah.
With the cat, yeah, fair.
Yeah. Imagine Ayo smoked loud.
Bro.
If he smoked loud, he'd never leave his house.
No.
The man would be in here balling up 24/7 and spend all his money on weed because we know niggas who do that.
Yeah.
For real.
So don't pick up the habit, bro.
I do fear that you go back home and you find yourself a wife and then we can't continue this podcast.
Why would me finding a wife stop us from doing this podcast?
Because you wouldn't come back.
Yeah, you wouldn't come back.
Oh, you mean I
Missing
wouldn't
link.
come? No. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I don't see you finding a
I
wife. anyways.
don't see myself finding a wife anytime soon.
Oh, okay. I was making a joke, but okay. All right. So you want to get into or is there anything else you want to wrap up with about your week before we move on to the
By my week, no,
Wagwan right
no,
now?
that's not it. I honestly, I feel like I should give myself a mission for next week.
How about the push-ups that I've been talking about?
Nah, not the push-ups. I mean, like,
Don't you care about your physical health at all?
I do, just not right now.
Do you feel? I feel like you look good right now. That's why.
Yeah. I feel
So
like
then
I'm
I feel
fine.
like once you get, but then once you start getting like fat and you start getting like, your bodies and your hairline might fall back. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? Because if you can't do 5 push-ups right now, then like when you get heavier and shit gets harder because you're older, how do you think you're going to be able to execute that task?
But it's not about the 5 push-ups though. Like, cause like
I think it's
five,
about the ambition.
Okay, like 5 push-ups. So for me, I like to do
Jumping jacks.
no.
Burpees?
So, no,
Splits.
so for me, like for me, if like once I start going to the gym, like it's not really going to be an issue. I'm just going to kind of go at my pace. So it's like, what am I able to do that strains my muscles?
What is
but
stopping you
doesn't-
from going to the gym?
What's stopping me? I don't go outside.
So you are
So-
stopping you from going to the gym.
Yeah, so like everything you're saying right now is literally null because it's like you don't need to go to the gym.
To do push-ups. But I don't want to do push-ups.
But
That's what
Then
I'm
you're not
saying.
gonna wanna
is
go to
you're
the
not
gym.
going to go to the gym because that takes way more
effort than push-ups.
Because like you have to literally like pack
But when
your
I'm in the
gym
gym-
bag. No, nigga.
I'll tell you this right
Nigga.
now about going to the gym. The hardest part of going to the gym is going to the gym. Once you're there, there's no problem with working out, with doing whatever. You could take your time, be on your phone between sets. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But to get up and get your ass to the gym is the hardest part, in my opinion. Because it's like, for me, I had to like, now I go to the gym right after work. Because like if I go home, I'm not going to want
Mosh
to
up.
leave.
Yeah.
You know?
That
And,
makes
and to be honest, no homo, but you have a body that could be sculpted pretty well to like, no homo. This sounds gay. But yeah, you have a nice body. Pause.
Bro, that's
Pause.
fucking. Yeah, it's just
You don't think he has a nice body? Pause. Potential? Pause?
So no, it is 100% about the potential and the genetics.
Yeah.
So it's like,
if he worked out, bro, the man would be, he would be set.
Yeah.
Think I'd find a wife like that?
I think you're not going to find a wife because you don't go outside.
What's gonna happen is you'll start to get D's and all your homeboys will be like, yo, fam, you been in the gym, eh? Yeah, I'm trying to get like you, fam.
Honestly, like, you know, people might go to the gym for girls, but other guys are a main motivator, at least for me. When I see another nigga with like nice triceps or some shit like that, even like Rooksy, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you've been into the gym more consistent than me. So that sometimes I see like, you know, your progress from like when we started to where you are now, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I need to get like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you're
saying?
pretty efficient with the fucking push-ups, bro.
Yeah,
Pace is insane.
He kills the push-ups, and then you
Pace
see
is
us,
insane,
we're
bro.
struggling. We're just like, we get
I'm
it
the
done.
heaviest I've ever been in my life, so it's like kind of difficult for me, bro. I'm just like,
My weight-
I weigh the same as you, but it's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. You
My
see what
weight
I'm saying?
fluctuates.
You weigh under 180?
No, I weigh. I just checked right now. I'm 81 kilograms. I was 80 last week, bro. I gained weight,
What's
and I'm doing
I-
push-ups.
I don't
do
know.
my pounds.
shit, yeah,
I do my
no.
pounds.
How much pounds is that? We're not.
Like 175. Maybe
You don't even have to search it up. It's all good.
Yeah.
81 damn.
81 kilograms. Yeah.
Interesting. Actually, we could just ask Siri.
Yeah.
How much is 81 kilograms?
In pounds.
178, yeah.
I weigh like
Interesting.
230, B.
That
That was my heaviest. I've actually lost a lot of weight lately. I've been scared to step on the scale because every time I step on the scale, it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, yo, I feel like I've been making mad progress. I look better. I feel better. I'm getting compliments, and I step on the scale. I'm like, I gained a pound. What the fuck? So it kind of breaks my heart. So I'm like, I've been kind of avoiding the scale. And I ate cookies last night, and I felt mad guilty. I'm just like, fuck.
I eat mad sweets, bro.
I know you do, bro. Every time I freaking drive you back and you want like to stop at a spot, I'm like,
Mad sweets.
But I could get big though. I could get big, but I lose it quick and I gain it quick.
In
know what
terms
I'm
of
saying?
muscle big or fat big?
I think both. I feel like if I was to go hard in the gym, like
gym you go to?
consistently, I go to Fit for Less.
where's that located around here?
Is it the one on?
I'm not trying to give the public podcast my.
No, the fit.
Whoop-de-doo. We're going to find him at the gym and gurks him.
Fit for Less at Center Mall. Get at me, bitch. Fit for Less Center Mall. I'm working out. You can catch me on the treadmill running, singing NBA Youngboy.
Hey, aren't you the nigga on that podcast that defames women?
That one clip though, oh my gosh, the dating one.
Yeah.
Holy.
Girls don't like to go on dates.
That just makes it seem like I'm trying to get pussy from dates and that's the only thing I care about. But that wasn't the context, but I'm not even gonna get into that right now.
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
And that's okay.
So are we gonna get into the Akaash shit now?
All right, so walk on right now.
Walk on right now. Let's go.
Walk on right now. So the first thing we have.
So I'll walk on.
So all Wagwan, we have this.
Ao, our new best editor, has put together a clip, a compilation
You don't
clip.
have it? It's on the desktop.
I swear.
The what?
Desktop.
Okay, I thought you were gonna butcher
I
it
literally
again.
open. Oh no! You know what? Because I realized that with Media Player
Tonight
it bomba
on
clock.
Flagrant.
Hey, chill. The thing that I realized with Media Player is like once you start playing something else, like it doesn't open a separate window. It just plays it on the thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So all Wagwan.
Are you gonna explain the update with the Akaash situation? Tommy wasn't here for the last time we talked about it,
Okay. So
but we didn't even put out that episode.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this Indian man by the name of Akaash. You
He's a
guys-
comedian.
He's a comedian.
He's actually successful as fuck.
Yes, he is very successful. Like the reason why I know of him is because I've seen clips of his stand-up and they're actually really funny. But anyways, so there's been this whole crazy controversy of the fact that his wife is going on the internet and saying some really wild, outlandish shit.
Embarrassing
shit that nobody that I know of would ever want. I would never want that to have ever happened to anybody, not even my worst enemy. And
Akaash has been gone for weeks.
Yeah,
He's been in
and
India and
there's-
Dubai doing shows. So then all this thing has been going on while he was out the door.
tour, yeah.
And now he finally got back into the Flagrant 2 podcast, which is the Andrew Schulz Flagrant 2 podcast featuring Akaash Singh. His name's literally in the title of the podcast. And he's addressing it all. And I just want to react to him addressing this shit. Let's see this. Let's see what AO put together.
Tonight on Flagrant, the truth will be revealed. Marriages will be shattered. Friendships destroyed. Nothing will be the same again. Our guest, once a beloved comedian, has spent the last couple weeks being destroyed, disrespected. He's been dragged through the mud, and he couldn't even take out that tiny little of his and stuff it inside for his own pleasure. Give it up for our friend here to tell his side of the story, Akaash Singh.
Them dressing up like that is hilarious.
Brother, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You can't imagine what you've been going through the last few weeks. Tell us what's been on your mind,
Dude,
what's been on your heart.
I'm so glad you asked me, man. It's been really hard for me.
Hard for you? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Jasleen is in the building. She wants vengeance. Security is here. Security is stopping her. The Punjabi power. Oh my God! She's abusing the security guards. Get back! It's absolute pandemonium and chaos here. Akaash has brought out a comically large pair of scissors. He's cutting the back of her hair. Oh my Lord! Jasleen, this is a podcast, not a frat house. What are you doing? Stay back. Tonight on Flagrant.
So I just
pussy.
hold on.
Pause it,
I
pause
just You want to say it?
Yeah, take it off the screen if we're gonna.
First, I
talk.
have a question. Did any of you guys find that entertaining when you seen it?
No.
No.
I almost turned off the video.
I was actually angry. I was
Yeah.
very upset.
Yeah.
I watched the Flagrant 2 podcast. I haven't watched it as much since they became so guest based, but I feel like as a fan of Flagrant 2, this was corny and not funny. Like, you guys are all comedians and you guys thought that shit was funny. Continue. What do you guys have anything?
I mean, like, it's a whole PR thing. So obviously, like, when I don't think it's rare to find something that's like for PR, but also like entertaining and funny at the same time. It's usually a balance.
But for PR, this was a horrible job at PR. It didn't do good at all.
But yeah, like they were so focused on that they were like they were so focused on PR that, like, again, it wasn't.
But the
a good
PR part was trash. This got like 83% dislikes, bro.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole episode was
shit.
one of their most disliked episodes of all time.
That's crazy.
And like even just like going through the comments and stuff, like,
All roasting him.
Cooking.
All of them. It was actually fucked.
cooking them.
But let's see.
Yeah, let's just get some definition.
Okay.
We're gonna any terms that you might
So
need to
pause?
know the actual meaning of. Alex is here.
So the whole backstory of this is that there's a video of her saying that she was reminiscing about the university days and, you know, all the
Popping her
songs.
pussy?
Like
that
popping
a
her
quote?
pussy. So that was one of the videos that went viral, and now they're asking her, so what did you mean by popping pussy?
Oh,
Okay.
that's a quote. That's a direct quote.
Yeah,
she
there's
said
an
she was
actual video.
popping
She
her
was popping her
pussy
pussy.
in frat houses for white boys.
Yeah.
White boys in frat houses. But I have a question.
And she had a roster of guys that she would run through.
I actually wrote down questions for this.
Okay.
And my first question is, what does popping pussy mean to you?
Take it off the screen.
To me,
Tommy, go first. What does popping pussy mean to you? If a girl says to you, I was popping my pussy last night, what would you think?
It's a great question.
First thing that comes to mind is you at the club, you literally just popping that pussy out there. But what leads to after that is that you getting slayed.
I'm thinking popping pussies that use fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I personally think in my experience of using the term popping pussy. I'm not thinking dancing in the club. I'm not even thinking the club. I'm thinking popping pussy. I'm thinking that, like, yeah, you fucking.
Facts. I don't think I've ever associated that term with dancing.
Never in my life.
No.
If you're popping, like, you don't pop your pussy on the dance floor. They're not doing the Michael Jackson. Like, you know, they're not doing that. They're like they're shaking ass. They're popping ass. They're twerking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not actually popping pussy.
that's the actual term. There.
And the thing about popping pussy too, it's not even just like sex. It's like literally, I'm popping pussy. You're either selling pussy or you're just a straight whore.
like popping
Yeah,
pussy,
man.
I see it as like you're putting out a mating call. Like you're
To fuck, yeah.
like you're literally trying to attract men to have
But
sex.
let's be fair. He's Asian. Indian is technically Asian. So that means that maybe culturally they may have similar understandings of the term popping pussy, because that's kind of what they say here. So you could play that part.
Respect.
Like, what does popping pussy mean to you?
To be fair, I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and maybe that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that.
Look at this. Big one.
Yeah, the act of getting dressed up, looking fly as hell, wearing a minimum of 3-inch heels, preferably higher, and dancing your ass off
Urban
into the
Dictionary
wee hours of the morning. That was what I was doing.
Yeah, this is white people's definition of it. This is where you learn. Guys, guys.
Alex kind of held it down. The black guy,
is?
Alex, he was kind of putting foot on neck.
Yeah.
The midgets are funny. I'm not gonna lie.
That was my bad.
That was your
Yeah,
bad.
that was
The real Urban Dictionary.
Just give me a call every time.
Anytime you're worried about anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. As a white, I thought poppin' pussy was just
As
dancing. I was
a
like,
white.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I knew that that's what you meant.
Yes, that's what I meant.
But like, once the internet makes you a whore,
Yeah.
they're looking at Joe, we're talking.
This is our friend's wife.
That's my wife, yo. That's my wife for the time being. What's going on? We have a Kalshi market, by the way.
Akaash is so corny, bro.
There's a Kalshi market that's been made. Will Akaash and Jasleen divorce before 2027? I just want to point that out.
Can we get some other definitions out of the way?
Yeah, let's get some other
Yeah,
definitions. Yeah.
Allegedly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here,
Yeah.
is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster. Yeah, what
Pause
does
it.
a roster
What is
mean
that?
to
Okay,
you?
What is
so
this?
you
Okay. What does a roster mean to you guys?
Okay, this one I have. A roster is a list of people that you are in contact with, that you are communicating with for a purpose of
Fucking.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
You can say it.
Yeah, man. That's your roster. You
I
try
actually
to fuck.
kind of have a different definition. I don't think that every girl's trying to fuck everybody on their roster. I feel like girls have a roster, or people have a roster for different reasons.
Yeah,
I feel like girls might be like, this is the food guy. This is the drive guy. This is the guy that I could go to for emotional support. This is the guy that's for dick. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a roster is a list of guys that you are flirting with, that you are kind of like, you know, I don't think you're fucking everybody on the roster, but I do feel like a roster is more than, I would say a roster is like more than, is at least 3.
Yeah.
More than 2, it has to be at least 3 that I would consider a roster. You know what I'm saying? What do you think a roster is?
I mean, as a guy, my definition of a roster is a list of women that you're fucking, and that like
you guys think you guys think that you guys have to fuck everybody on your roster?
Yes. Well, so me personally, as a man, I'm not gonna claim a girl that I'm not fucking on my roster. She's just like either someone I'm talking to or a friend. But like a roster, so like in my head, a roster is like I'm horny. Who in my roster can I hit up right now that's gonna pull up? And then you go from like your eater down to, okay, who's gonna like, if your eater flops. And
do you have any of those?
I had one.
This guy's a dog.
Have you ever had a roster?
Yeah, I have.
How much? 3 girls that you can hit up to fuck?
Yeah, like 4. I had 4 at one time.
What are you doing with your life right now?
Huh?
Porn.
If you had at one time you had 4 girls that you can hit up to fuck, where they at?
Bro, he's on a
stopped talking to
spiritual
them.
enlightenment journey right now.
For me,
porn.
I don't feel like a roster is somebody you have to have sex with for everybody on your roster. But I do feel like you have to at least have sex with one of them or 2.
I mean, bro, you actually brought up a great point. Like, shorties be like that.
You could use people for different reasons.
shorties
I
be
feel like,
like that,
it's
bro.
like it's people who you kind of have like maybe a romantic.
I say
or
this, I say
sexual
shorties
chemistry
like
with.
this because I literally sat there while this girl was like talking exactly the way you're talking. It's like, oh, we're gonna hit him up. He could ET me money.
Girls
type
and
shit,
guys
bro.
rosters be different because girls actually be using guys for different purposes. I feel like the main purpose guys be using girls for is for sex. So but I do feel like for girls that they use guys, they literally will use a man for food, and we all know some niggas who are just
like I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just like, from a man's perspective, like, are you saying that niggas out there are thinking of a roster not as like a list of women that they can fuck?
No, we're not disagreeing to that at all. He's just saying what his opinion of a roster.
I'm not
is.
gonna lie, when she said the roster clip, I didn't think that she was fucking everybody on her roster, but I do feel like as somebody who claims to be a virgin because of her Indianness
No
or her
way.
Indian culture, yeah, she claimed to be a virgin before they got to, like, he was a virgin. He was her first kill. They were each other's first kill.
I don't believe it.
I 100% don't believe it for her.
I don't.
I believe it for him.
But I'm not even in the loop right now. But from just what I'm hearing, ain't no way, bitch.
So I think
no
that
way.
her having a roster, though, I do feel like I think she was definitely having sexual encounters with some, but I don't think that.
Was she famous for anything? Like, is she
No.
no, nothing.
She
at
got
all,
famous for this.
Oh shit! Damn.
They found her TikTok. They're like, "What? This is his wife? She's wildin'."
Oh shit!
All right, play the clip.
Yes, sir.
You guys have to understand. Have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
I was, you know. Okay, so I was.
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You should have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like 2 guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's
Two,
it.
yeah.
J. Cole say
When
you two, you gotta multiply.
I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean hooking
fucking.
up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say.
Pause this shit,
is
bro.
so
Pause this fucking bullshit. For
Take it
hooking
out,
up,
take it out.
I just meant making out. Doesn't she have a clip talking about a guy eating her pussy while she's on her period?
That's the next one.
Like, what does hooking up mean to you?
Take it off. Take it off.
What does hooking up mean to you, everybody?
What, together?
More.
1, 2, 3.
Fucking. That's a fact, bro. Hooking up to me means that we are fucking. Do you know how much girls I made out with? Me and Rooksy had this conversation. I be kissing bitches.
Kissing bitches.
Yeah, I remember grade 8.
No, I don't know what you're remembering. I don't know what you're remembering, but I do say like I don't like just. I'm not the type of person to go to a party and meet a stranger and make out with her. But if I'm interested in a girl and I'm taking her out or whatever, I'm down to kiss. Like I like kissing bitches. I like making out. Like you know what I'm saying. That's the thing for
Yo,
me.
you ever been to a club and you just see these motherfuckers just like making out like on the floor, just like no one's watching? You ever see that shit, bro?
Have you guys ever done that or no?
No, never, bro.
No,
I'm just
never?
saying, like, I've seen it, and I'm just like, damn, bro, go in a dark corner or something, not right in the middle of the floor.
No, so you've done that?
Yeah.
You kissed a girl at a club before?
I have.
What?
I have.
Why that's
told-
surprising?
intensity that I'm speaking of?
I told you about it literally the night after it happened.
Well, what surprises me is that you say you don't be kissing bitches, or you used to not be kissing bitches.
I was the guy that I was like, bro, if I meet a girl at a club, like I don't want to do like anything that same night because I literally don't know you. Like you could have been with like the dirtiest guy in Hamilton, like a night before, the same night, whatever it is, you know, like I don't know you. So like, no, I'm not going to bring you back to my crib. No, we're not going to lip lock. Like none of that bullshit.
I'm not going to kiss you at the club.
But
when we leave the club though, I'll fuck you in the car.
And yeah, I was the type of person where I was like, no, like why the fuck would I make out with a girl that I don't know, that I just met at the club? And then yeah, there was one night, mans went outside and mans were with some people that had some alcohol, and I drank some alcohol, and then
started making out.
Started making out, fam.
It was
And
lit.
It was nice.
It was nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Did it lead to anything?
In terms of what?
In like
Sex.
Yeah, did you get to fuck
Like you talking about like that night or like just in general?
that night?
Do you even know her
'cause
name?
like I said, like do not like
not
you're not coming back to my crib. I'm not coming back. I'm
Oh,
not
you don't
going
even know
back to
her
your
name,
crib.
bro.
Yeah, I have her full government name in my phone.
Okay.
No, I actually had an experience in the summer that passed, that I made out with this girl in the front of a bar around the corner from my house. And it was interesting because I don't really do that, but it was like, you know,
She was different.
it was really nice though. It was really nice. She's a good kisser.
Summertime.
Yeah, she's a good kisser. It was really nice.
It's summertime, bro.
You know
This
what I'm
guy could have
saying?
went to the park and got some top, bro. Like dead ass.
No, like, I
You
wouldn't
ever
say
got
no.
top in a park?
I used to fuck in every local park in my area because I didn't have nowhere to fuck. So it was like I couldn't I couldn't bring nobody home. Parents were always at home. There was always somebody home. So I fucked at Woodward Park, Roxborough Park. I was fucking everywhere outside. You know, fucking in grass is horrible. You get itchy and shit. You don't want to fucking grass, bro. I'm telling you.
I never planned on it.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's facts. That's kind of hard.
I've never
though.
seen it.
Every yachty, if there's a yachty watching this right now, you fucked in bush, bro. Don't tell me you're in fucking bush, bro. Sometimes you just, hey, duty calls, you know? And if she's about it, you're about it. It is what it is. You lay a little blanket or a sweater, whatever you have at the time, because you usually don't plan it. You know what I'm saying? It's not planned, but you do what you got to do.
I might try that as a tactic.
As an adult, I don't know.
What tactic?
I was a teenager, or like
To just go just find a park where it's dark and just go and have sex in the middle of the field.
So you're choosing to do
I
this.
had sex on a baseball diamond bench once.
That sounds rough.
It was rough.
Splinters and thing.
Nah. It was just
It was
It was one of the metal ones.
bleachers.
It was one of the metal ones.
no.
It was wooden.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
But it was just like, I don't even want to get too much in detail about it, because I think that a lot of times if you just meet the girl and there's not enough foreplay involved and all this type of shit, not foreplay, but like when you just meet a girl and you don't really know her that well, and like you get into one of those situations,
You don't know
it's
what
just-
she likes.
It's awkward. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting too much information. I'm getting too much into this. Let's play the clip.
But yeah,
Let's get back
conclusion: hooking up means fucking. I don't believe anybody who says otherwise.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
And hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person. I think where the confusion was is like I was just talking about this nostalgia for being in college when it's like you're still a child, but it feels like you're in the adult world and like you're so insulated and you're in this bubble and like everything's just so simple and easy. And that's more what I was talking about.
Now
is
everybody
like,
thinks you're a gold digging whore.
yeah.
Yes, that is.
I'm
There's a
working
lot of
hard
people.
on reaching excellence.
Please, you're a professional here. You're doing security, okay? We cannot laugh at him calling his own wife a gold digging whore, okay?
Yeah, she told me to shut up. It's even.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. Okay.
Lame as fuck.
Because when I was in college, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally understandable. I get that. And I was like, oh, great. Good news. My period ended. Like, we can like have fun tonight, blah, blah.
Do you consider yourself a good gold digger?
Yeah. Because I invested low and waited for it to go high.
You're a gold prospect.
What the
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like a what is that? You're like a hedge fund manager.
Yeah, you're like Akaash of Bitcoin.
Exactly. And it's like
She bought much lower than I did.
I just like loved everything about it. So I was like, okay, like I don't want to just leave because we're going through a hard time, because I really believed in like his potential, like just like you did.
For sure.
I wanted to tell the story of how me and Akaash met
Oh
in
my gosh.
2015. Courtney says to Manu, like, oh, there's like this funny, like, Punjabi comic. You know, he's on this podcast and he's really funny. Like, you should check it out. And my sister kind of became like a fan of his. It was like so in the nascent stage of his career. Like, he had just gotten Wildin' Out. I think just got Guy Code and stuff too.
Because I was on these MTV shows, and what I didn't count on is all of them being taken away at 1 year. Because maybe they just looked at me and they were like, he's old. I don't know. But I had like 7 MTV shows. I wasn't making crazy money. I was making like low 6 figures. But my girlfriend at the time,
Low 6 figures he was making, bro. He said he was making low 6 figures and he was on a Wildin' Out. She saw, it's not like she's just like, I think their definition of broke and our definition of broke is completely different.
Very different.
You know, so her saying that, yeah, I aimed low and invested high or whatever. No, nigga, you seen the potential. The man was already on Wildin' Out and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your sister was talking about him. He always had motion.
And you know,
your sister saw
one thing
it
about
type shit.
Akash, one thing that benefits him, I'm not taking anything away from him, but yo, you're catering to a niche audience of 1.4 billion people. Do you know how much people are in India? 1.4 billion people are in India. Do you know how much people are in Canada?
32,000.
I think we're at 40 now, no?
Almost 40,000.
Yeah, let's round it up to 40 million, bro.
40 million, not
40 million,
thousands.
They have 1.4 billion.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're way bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like them catering to that audience, he kind of has a cheat code. You know? So yeah, you could say that somebody making low 6 figures is like, you know, investing low, but in my opinion, that's not, he was still a 1%er or a 5%er at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, cap.
Yeah.
She's just capping, bro.
moved into our place, and then all of a sudden, end of 2017, all the shows started suddenly getting canceled one by one.
Tell us about the duck. Do you always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even
That's
knew.
worse.
I didn't
Explain
know.
yourself.
I didn't know that I
Tell
did
us
that.
why.
I didn't know that I did that. So I really sat and thought about it. So I think it's a few things. I think it's like.
And then I'll also respond to the people saying I don't like my husband because I turned away from a kiss. I've never liked PDA, physical touch. I find it really overstimulating. And so it's something I actually...
Akaash does it a lot. Like every 30 seconds. Like a little bit.
For you.
Yeah, it like regulates him, but it kind of overstimulates me. And like the videos people have seen are like the proposal.
Yeah, pause. What just happened? I think it got muted over there.
Muted where?
This section.
Why?
It was last minute. I messed up, but essentially,
Fuck this clip. I think we got enough to. I think we got enough.
that's why I said pause, but I guess niggas wanted to watch the whole thing. But yeah, so essentially, the whole podcast, and the reason why it's so disliked is because they're trying to paint her out to be this like, oh, like I'm this dainty like little
Mother
Indian
Mary.
girl that was repressed, and I didn't really know what all of this stuff really meant, so I was just being like hyperbolic. And it's like, no, bitch, like there's evidence.
You're being disrespectful. You don't seem like you respect this man.
No.
And it seems like if he didn't have the value through his career, then you wouldn't be with him. That's what we all assume. Yeah. I think, honestly, I don't think he should leave her. Do you guys think he should leave her?
It's up to. I don't think he should, because she's gonna take all his shit. But
You don't think he's prenup?
No, he's not. He doesn't have a prenup.
Well.
Yeah,
Do you guys think he should leave her?
No, I don't think he's. I
don't think he's unhappy. I think he was fine before he got embarrassed. So
Yeah.
and leaving her kind of makes the internet win.
Yeah,
You can't do that. You can't let the internet win.
I don't think he should leave her. I would be glad if he came to the conclusion himself that this person was not the right person. I don't agree. No, I wouldn't say right person. Actually, no. I'd be glad if he was able to come into to the conclusion himself that oh shit, she's like disrespecting me. Where does this shit come from?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's about respect.
Yeah, but if he can't realize that himself, then I don't think he should be pressured into leaving her, because he's just gonna fall into that same situation.
I don't think he's unhappy. I think that he's embarrassed now because we're all just couldn't be me. But I think that he's probably never gotten female attention in his life, and even if the girl doesn't respect him, that's good enough for him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he should leave her. But I do have a couple questions for you guys. I wrote down some questions.
Let's go.
I asked some of them already. Did you guys find this entertaining? This whole thing. Did you find it entertaining at all?
Seems like
the actual video itself?
Yeah.
No.
I did not find it entertaining.
No. The only entertaining part about it is that they were addressing everything.
Do you think that she should have been here during this conversation?
Well, I mean, because
she's the focus.
It's kind of one of those things where it's if we can get the source, then yeah.
No. If I'm venting to you about my problems with my girl and my girl is right there, you guys aren't going to be the same as if my girl aren't right there.
Oh, my
what I
apologies. I only saw her talking. I didn't know that he was. Was there a point in the video?
No, he doesn't.
It's mainly her. It's mainly her doing all of the, because they have the questions for her to answer. So that's why I'm saying
pre-written questions, all pre-prepared. This was all it felt scripted, bro.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
it felt super scripted. Secondly, this is one of the llast questions. Do you think that there are bad friends for this or good friends?
I would say,
because this was a horrible look for everyone involved.
You know what? I kind of want to say good friends that fucked up, because I don't think the fact that it feels scripted and all of that stuff just goes to show their intention was
they're trying to protect him.
They're trying to protect him. You know what I mean? And especially for what Flagrant is supposed to stand for, even in the name of the podcast. You know what I mean?
Too.
Yeah. So yeah, they're definitely trying to protect him. Now, in trying to protect him, they've kind of blinded themselves in seeing that, oh shit, this is only going to make things worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we all come to the conclusion that any publicity is is good publicity. You know
I don't
what I'm saying?
agree.
Oh, okay. Well, for example, like I assure you that this motherfucker was trending. Like that name trended more.
If
And
you were
it all leads
trending,
back to
if you
them.
were trending for being labeled as a pedophile, would that be a great or a PDF file? Would that be a great depiction of you? Would you feel like any publicity is good publicity?
No, that's a bad one. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But for them right now, like they're milking this, bro, because like all of it's coming back to them, and they try to make it into they try to spin it into good, but that's the thing. People have free will and they have their opinions. Everyone's got their opinion, right? So they tried to make this into a good video with lots of views coming their way and this and that, but it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro.
So are they good or bad friends?
I think they're trying to be good friends, but at the same time, it's like doesn't even fucking matter, bro. Because for this motherfucker Schulz, he's still winning. Views are coming his way. You know what I mean?
That's true. But I do feel like they lost respect. I think that matters.
Lost respect for him? From the fans?
I feel like every single person here, probably besides Alex, because he gave the most pushback if you watch the full thing. But I feel like if you look at the comments on their Instagram, on anywhere, all their comments are their fans literally saying that we do not respect you guys for not holding her accountable. Because my whole thing with this is that she did not take any accountability at all. She just gave a literal excuse for every single thing. There's not one time where she said, maybe I shouldn't have embarrassed you by talking about my friend's fucking husband, about having an orgy with him and sucking his dick and all this type of, well, she didn't say sucking his dick.
But she was like, I know he has like a 10-inch dick. Yeah. So like, a girl who talks like this talks about orgies, talks about the size of people's dicks, talks about anal stories,
and
talks
won't
about
even kiss your husband.
Yeah, talks about popping like so she talks about having anal stories. She talks about periods. She talks about people's dicks. She talks about orgies.
She's definitely
fucked. She doesn't know what popping pussy means. She doesn't know what hooking up means. She doesn't she has a small roster of people that she was talking to.
Niggas.
Yeah, like no.
But yeah, one of them was eating her pussy on her period.
Yeah,
like what?
No.
Like she had someone. She woke up with her butt hurting because she met someone on Tinder and invited them over that same exact night. You know what I'm saying? No girl is doing that with you're just a virgin. I feel like she's one of those virgins who probably saved her pussy but was getting fucked in her ass.
Yeah. 100%.
Sucking dick, doing everything else. They did everything else. But she kind of did say that they were doing stuff before sex. But I do feel like if you're getting fucked in your ass, bro, I feel like you should save your ass for your husband if that's what you want to do.
Yo, if I can actually say something, those girls that have the strict parents that are super religious and shit like that,
biggest freaks.
They're the biggest freaks. Bro. Now that I just thought of that, yeah, dead ass, bro.
Yeah.
The biggest,
bro.
Yeah. In public and everything, they try to they're so good and everyone thinks that they're just the biggest squares, but nah,
freaks. Those are the ones you gotta get. So because low key they be that's why I'm not gonna be too strict.
I actually got played by one. That's what I'm trying to get at. I still got my shit, but it's that bitch played me hard, and I'm just thinking wow, if she knew game.
I didn't get played by one, but it was one that I would be able to call whenever. Because
I'm at
she was
a
just
part,
always down.
I'm at a better part of my life, bitch.
I cut her off. She thought her shit don't stink, but no.
Yeah. Did you guys listen to the song that I sent to the group chat? The Loophole song?
I don't think so.
No. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
I
don't think we'll be able to play it because of copyright issues. But they made a whole parody song about that, and it's called Loophole.
Oh shit! So you guys want to have any closing statements about this this episode here?
She a liar.
Yeah.
So wait, actually, I have a question. So we're trying to build a podcast, right? And let's say something happens in one of our personal lives and it becomes a whole fucking thing. Are we pulling off a Flagrant or are we cooking each other for that?
No, it depends how serious. In this situation, I feel like there's certain things that I would just want her to, if she was on it, especially, I wouldn't want her to be there. I would not want your girl to be here because I feel like you're not going to get the real bro talk if your girls aren't here. I feel like what would have been a good balance is respectful accountability. You know what I'm saying? I would have asked Akaash, do you feel how does this make you feel? Do you feel like this was good for your brand?
like two separate videos would have been sick.
But even
like
for
one with like them just asking Akaash stuff and then them.
But what would have been better is if she took a little accountability. Like she could have admitted what she's saying, but also took accountability at the same time, because I just want her to hear a little bit remorse about how she's making her husband look to the public eye. Aren't you sorry about that? You're affecting his career. You're affecting, like, this was a huge story. Like, usually stories are gone within a week. This has been lasting for at least a month.
But I don't think he believes that, though. I don't think he believes she's tainting her career.
That nigga is hurting inside. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. He is affected by this.
Yeah, bro. He can read comments and shit, bro.
He is affected by this, bro. No man that I know, unless you're literally a cuck, like, there's no man that I know would feel comfortable having their wife and their personal life spoken about this way, and she could still have a podcast and go about her life the way she is without being embarrassing like that.
She doesn't give a fuck because she's getting a bag, bro. She doesn't give a fuck.
If I had a girl, do you think that I would be like like, there's certain things that I wouldn't be as forthcoming with. Like, I would still be honest about my past stories, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, your girl's hot. Like, she has a fat ass. I would fuck. Let's have an orgy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
To your girl, right?
If I had a girl, I wouldn't say that to you about your girl, because that's what she was basically doing. She was saying to her co-host, talking about, your husband's hot, all this type of shit. And like, there was a scene where Akaash basically said that he showed his gym trainer the pictures of the guy who his wife was talking about.
Yeah.
He said that I want a body like this. So it's like, you're kind of like, yo, do you like, he shows he's insecure. He talks about being insecure. He talks about being ugly his whole life and not being able to get girls at a younger age and stuff like that because he was fat and had bad teeth and all this type of shit. This is an insecure man. So I feel like he's literally playing it off to look like, it's cool to look like, none of this shit is bothering me, blah, blah, blah. But I think it would have been way better to maybe have the attitude, but have a little bit of accountability where it's just like, we could still you could still be a podcaster. You could still do whatever you want. I'm not going to leave you. I love you as my wife. But there are certain lines that I do feel like were a little much, and I prefer you not to go there. And I feel like that would have been enough if there was no accountability. Everything was an excuse.
So give me a rundown of like how the internet's kind of like playing this. So are they clowning him for his...
Both of them.
Okay. No, but I need to know. So are they clowning him hard, or are they're just mad at her more?
Both.
Okay,
Super
because if I'm trying to think here, if she had done the apologizing, that he would be the hero because now they feel bad for him, and then she's kind of just the bad guy, but she has such low fame that she could just disappear, and he could. You're
thinking real shit. She's not even a famous person.
Yeah.
She's just doing this because he fucking afforded her a life where she's so bored, and she's like, yeah, let me start a podcast because I have nothing else to do with my life, because she doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, she doesn't do anything wifely. She's just there.
But like, based on the way that he interacts with her, I don't think he's ever set a boundary.
He's a doormat.
I don't think he's ever tried to hold her accountable. I don't think this came out of nowhere. I believe that this is something that has been like growing and growing and growing and growing. She'll push boundaries.
This goes back to Rex when he was saying, like, bro, you have to have like a level of
standards, bro.
Yeah. Bro. Otherwise,
if you're not willing to leave, they'll do whatever the fuck they want.
She knows that he can't pull bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knows that.
Yeah.
So now she holds the power type shit.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I don't expect him to start holding her accountable.
But it's not about what I expect of him. It's about, like, because of course we don't respect him at all as men. We clearly don't respect him, so we expect the least of him. But at the same time, what I would have loved and would have made me respected him more is if he would have held her accountable and saying, yeah, I would prefer you to not do these things because that's not a good look for me. You know, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, about telling because I don't think she would have a problem with telling him that.
Yeah,
no
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing. In every relationship, we could be like, there's boundaries where it's like, yo, don't embarrass me like that. I'm not okay with, like, if a girl says, I don't want you liking other girls' pictures. Like, you know, at first you might be like, I could do whatever I want. But at the same time, there's like a respect boundary where you feel like you'd have to respect that. Because, you know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not, you'd have to respect it, right? Yeah. So I feel like that's my closing statement with it, is that there was no accountability taken. There was no apologies given, where everything is like, she basically said she did nothing wrong and everybody's overreacting. So now you're gaslighting us. And his last comedy special was called Gaslit.
Damn.
Combination.
Yo, can we get a round of applause for how we handle that? So like, yeah, we're done with this, right? No final takes?
Yeah, fuck these guys. That was such a shit fucking video. I was so upset.
I was so underwhelmed as a Flagrant fan.
So upset.
I was waiting mad long for this episode, bro. I was waiting mad long to see how this shit culminated and to see that nobody held him accountable except for Alex, seemed like the black guy to the left. He shout out black people.
Yo, respect. He just got a fucking bowl of popcorn. Like he was ready to just take shots.
You could tell what
bro.
side he was on. He was on the side of the internet, but he was respectful because Akaash is his friend.
I just want to say shout out the black people in this episode.
Yeah,
I think
midgets,
the midgets,
or the little people.
The little people and him.
All three black people in this video were the only ones that were like
they were making faces and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like even Alex was just like, what is when they're talking about hooking up? He's like, that means fucking. Right? Like he was just like saying all the shit that we would say. And like I get it. As friends, I think they are good friends though.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they were looking out for his best interest and probably doing whatever made him happy. And he was probably going through the worst like time of his life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So Wagwan. We go or Wagwan right now. You guys ready to talk about the Diddy doc?
Bombo Club.
I'm ready.
Did he do it?
Yeah. Well, it's called The Reckoning. Did he do it would have been a fucking hilarious name though. So what did you guys think about the doc overall? Do you guys think it was a good doc?
50 Cent is a fucking magical, artistic, very well-rounded filmmaker.
I don't think he created the film. He just executive produced it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is like to be able to have like the level of experience that he does, like with obviously doing like Power and what else did he do? And just like all the like follow-ups with Power and all that kind of stuff like that, and just like putting it into a piece of basically like monumental like hip hop history, regardless of the fucking whatever
you're glazing 50 right now.
You're telling me you weren't impressed with everything that was the way that everything was actually put together?
Have you ever watched the doc? It didn't stand out differently from Surviving R. Kelly, from the Jeffrey Epstein doc. From most docs that I watched, it seemed like on par with the regular doc. It was good. I think it was good, but I don't feel like it's like, yo, we got to give 50 Cent this credit. He probably didn't do all that shit that we're talking about.
What are we talking about?
Well, there's probably somebody who was in charge of putting the shit together and doing all the actual documentary shit. I think that he's the executive producer who probably said, yeah, we need to make sure this happens. He had the connection to get the footage. Everybody knows that 50 hates Diddy. So he was like, able to orchestrate things. But I don't think that he was the director. I don't think that he was the one who actually put together the doc.
I didn't say any of that. I was just saying that like you can see that whatever he did, it showed itself a lot in the documentary.
Okay. What do you think he did?
He fucking helped put the documentary together. Like, like this nigga's like, I don't know if he directed it. I don't know if he's a producer. I don't know if it's like, nigga, like he was a part of putting it together in general. He clearly did a good job because I watched it and I enjoyed it. We all watched it.
I just feel like we're giving him credit. I think we're giving him credit where we don't even know exactly what he did.
And you're giving him discredit for not.
I'm not discrediting him though.
Technically, you just did. You technically literally just discredited him because I was saying all this stuff and you were like, yeah, but you don't know what he did. That's literally called discrediting.
So what did he do?
What did 50 do? I feel like as an executive producer, I feel like a lot of it is his namesake, and then I also feel like he did help get footage, like the footage of like Diddy. Like how he got Diddy before the trial and all this type of stuff. I feel like his name holds a lot of weight, which makes people more inclined to be a part of it. Okay. Like I don't feel like executive producing is as much as we think. Like what the actual, I don't think he put together the documentary. He found the clips. He's the one who I don't think that it's as hands on as we think. Same with Power. He's not like, he may give an idea of like an input of how he wants the direction to go. But I don't think that he was as hands on. Like he made this doc. He's the face for it, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a celebrity that we know. But there's other people who probably did all the things that we love that we don't know their names for.
Well, to each their own. Either way, he did a great job, whatever he did. Furthermore, I definitely hate Diddy more now than I could have expected to ever hate anybody. especially just for the fact that for growing up in the, I can't say I grew up in the 90s, but growing up in the early 2000s
was those prime.
Yeah, or growing up in the early 2000s of just like knowing the fact that Diddy was like a very large part of R&B and modern R&B in that time,
and hip hop,
and then going into hip hop, and then like having all the hit records and like all this kind of stuff like that.
That made you hate him?
Then, no, I'm saying like from that of like knowing what Diddy was and like how much a lot of us looked to him as like, yeah, like Diddy, like
he still did that shit though, so I still respect him for that.
Can I finish what I'm saying? So just all of that, like in the early 2000s of like knowing what he was like, knowing of him and his likeness and how great he was and all the shit that he did and blah, 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 blah. And then coming to find out that it was like, yeah, none of these niggas were making no money. A lot of these people were getting sexually assaulted.
Did you guys not know this stuff though?
No.
Fam. People's been complaining for years. Do you see Jadakiss literally air out Diddy like on the radio on Hot 97? The girls from Danity Kane been literally complaining for years.
Fam, you have to remember you are way more indulged in like the background of this stuff than any of us here.
Yeah, facts.
So like us watching the Diddy documentary was more eye-opening to us, that like very, very like times 100 compared to you, because you were the one that said like,
I ain't learned a single thing. I ain't learned one thing. I knew everything in that doc already.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
that's why I'm just like, yo, 50 Cent didn't do that much because I knew all this shit. It wasn't that hard to be like, yeah, just put this, and this, all the worst moments in Diddy's life.
Yeah.
Let's just put them all in one doc.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't really like sit here and discredit us for like being like, oh, but this, and it's like, okay, well, like we didn't know that.
I'm not discrediting you, but I'm surprised that I'm just like, yo, y'all didn't know shit. Like nobody looked into anything ever.
So who else knows to the extent of what you know about the whole thing?
I feel like a lot of people. I watched a video today by Poetic Flacco. He's just like, yeah, everything that video.
But I mean, like people that you actually talk to.
I don't talk to that many people.
Oh, but that's cap. You don't talk to many people.
Maybe, but okay, Tommy, what did you think of the doc?
I think 50 Cent's hate for Diddy is admirable.
I think so too. I think it is admirable.
Like the moment he got a chance to do this, like he must have like
I know he
outbid. He had
Birdman hand rub.
Shit,
like, did the Birdman hand rub.
Facts. That man's diabolical. Ale?
Yeah, no, I respect the document. Well, I respect the documentary in its ability to fill people who have absolutely no knowledge about the whole situation and get them pretty much like up to date about all the allegations that have been put against Diddy.
You guys don't think that's kind of like propaganda though? Think about it. Think about this.
I think the propaganda was what we thought of him before.
But if anybody did any basic, like the fact that you guys don't know is like, I don't think you guys had strong thoughts of him before if you really didn't know all this shit. Jadakiss on Hot 97 throwing, I think he threatened to like throw Diddy out a window or some shit like that. Everybody who Diddy almost ever worked with have been complaining about contract shit for forever.
All I know about Diddy is that he slapped Drake. He got into a fight with, I believe, Kendrick Lamar, but J. Cole stepped in. Because J. Cole raps about it.
Yeah.
And I had suspicions that he killed Pac or killed Biggie. I had suspicions, but that was all I knew.
True. What did you know? What did you know about Diddy before?
I didn't know anything about Diddy. I just knew that he was someone who threw parties. I think there's certain videos that I've watched of people that are like, yeah, I went to a Diddy party and it was mad fun, or like.
But you didn't even know what he was famous for.
No.
And you admired him from his early hip hop type of musical things, and you didn't know any negative thing about him. He hit a coach with a kettlebell because he didn't put his son in the game.
That's crazy.
No, I didn't know that.
Like the reason why they call him Puff, because before Diddy it was Puff Daddy. And the reason why they call him Puff is because he had anger issues and he used to huff and puff so much that is like they called him Puff because he was huffing and puffing out of anger. Like literally his name comes from being an angry ass kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this, maybe that's why I'm coming off the way I'm coming off, because I know so much of this and I still listen to his music.
Yeah.
So so it's like that's why I'm just like, yo, y'all really didn't know none of this shit. A lot of this shit was public. Like the girl from the white girl who was like talking about how he kicked her out the group for not wanting to fuck. She's been complaining on the internet for years. Like very loud, being posted by every friggin' big person. She's putting Diddy in the dirt, his name in the dirt for years, literal years. So I'm just like, damn, y'all ain't seen none of that? Like shit.
Yeah, because one thing that stood out to me a lot was just the fact that like he would always get into some shit and then he would get out of it very, 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 very quickly.
Oh, he's a slithery snake. This is okay. I'd like to make this clear. I think Diddy is a piece of shit. I think he's a bad human being.
Define what you mean by piece of shit, actually, because I think there's there's various levels of pieces of shit. Well, I think like
I don't think 50 Cent is anybody.
Hold on. Who decided that there's levels of pieces of shit?
I guess there's like Hitler or like he's probably the top of the piece of shit.
But it's like it's either like you're sick or you're a piece of shit. I feel like that's really the only two like defining factors of being like levels.
I
of
don't think
piece
he's
of
sick.
shit.
I think he's a piece of shit.
I think he's sick.
Yeah.
There's no way you. Well, sorry.
Well, what's
know
sick?
Everything about Diddy.
But what's sick? I think maybe the sex shit is weird, but like I'm not kink shaming. But what is sick? The thing is that what I don't like is that everybody's taking everything in that documentary for fact. Not everything in that documentary.
Hold on. I'm thinking of like literally the people that are on the camera talking about everything that they went through dealing with Diddy, and it's like, yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect point. Why do you think that every single person on camera talked about how they were cool with Diddy until he stopped paying them? And then he decided to be like, then they decided to throw him under the bus and have all the shit. All of those people have a story about how he wronged them. So of course they have a bone to pick. Lil Rod was in that fucking documentary. That nigga is known for lying. Lil Rod, the producer who made the Love album. I love that album, by the way. And he's probably talented, but he literally got interrogated by Ak like a few months ago on the live stream talking about all the shit that he accused Diddy of, and the man looked fucking retarded. He was lying about mad shit. He said that Meek Mill was fucking Diddy. He had no proof for nothing. He got caught in mad different lies. He couldn't back up any of his claims. So it's just like, yeah, we're gonna see Lil Rod in the fucking shit and believe everything that he says, but you guys don't even know the background. That's why I'm like, yo, do you know if someone was to, everybody who ever hated you, or suppose you did people wrong, suppose you got them all in a room to make a documentary about you, it's gonna look bad. They're gonna paint you to look like a bad person. But what I don't like is like, why is everybody acting like every single thing in this is 100% true? There's truth in a lot of things, but not everything was 100% true. So
my whole thing, right, is that the whole thing about like him not paying people and like stuff like that, like Trump's like that. You know what I mean? I would consider that being a piece of shit. But all of the sexual abuse, like harassment allegations, the fact that there's so many of them against this man makes me elevate him past the category of a piece of shit. If it was just about killing people and playing the game of like being a gangster and like all that shit, then it's like, fuck, like he's a piece of shit, but that's the game. Well,
which sexual shit? So when they named the sexual people, the people who have sexual.
So the first one was the lady who like apparently he recorded her.
Oh, at a young age.
Yeah, at a
House
young
parties.
age. Then the next one,
I think there's context to that though, because like, yeah, he's a piece of shit, but if you think about the time, if you watch Paid in Full and you're talking about, like they said, in the movie Paid in Full, Alpo was doing the same exact thing. That was a thing to show that you have status back then, that you would fuck a girl, record it, and then you play it on the screen, Yes, he's a piece of shit for that, 100%. But also if it was popular within the time, and that's what niggas who were ballers were doing, that he was just trying to be cool. So I don't think that makes him sick. I think it's fucked up, but I think that that's still a piece of shit. Like you just weren't caring about other people's feelings, but I don't think that like, that part literally makes him sick, in my opinion.
I think the whole sick thing kind of comes from
rubbing cum on his nipples. I think that's sick as fuck. That's sick. That's disgusting. Yeah, but that's just gay.
Collecting the fucking gigolo's semen and letting Cassie play with it, and bro,
Cassie didn't play with it, bro. Diddy played with it. That's the thing.
Either way, collecting semen from a gigolo and using it for extracurricular when he's not
but that
there,
was consensual.
But you know how
sick, bro.
It's sick, but it's consensual.
But that's
how
what
are you
I'm
gonna say
getting
that's
at, though.
But like, if it's consensual, how are you gonna put that on the same level as being a piece of shit? I think he's a piece of shit because he abuses women. He beats the fuck out of women and shit like that. That makes you a piece of shit. Well, if he's doing that kink shit, that nigga knew what he was doing when he was giving Diddy his sperm. So I think that they're weird as fuck. But in terms of making sick worse than being a piece of shit, it's just like, I'm not gonna say that like if they were all down to do some weird freaky gay shit, then it's just like they're all weird. You know what I'm saying?
So wait,
I don't think that that's necessarily like a character like flaw that's worse than beating women. I don't think that's worse than beating women.
So he's a sexual deviant. He beats women. He got the name Puff because he has anger issues. There's like multiple videos of him on camera saying that like if he wants something, he's gonna get it. Meaning like he's the type of person that will go out, will stop at nothing to get what he wants. And then we're assuming that the sexual like allegations against him are just like that could be cap.
I'm not saying the sexual things are cap. I'm saying let me finish. The sperm situation was consensual. So I'm not gonna say he's a piece of shit. If that was unconsensual, he is a piece of shit. I'm not gonna say that makes him sick. I'm saying that if it was unconsensual, that would make him a rapist. That would be sick. That you are that you're stealing someone's sperm without their consent and you're rubbing it on your nipples and you're fucking playing it with girls and shit like that. That would make you sick, in my opinion.
That's okay. Like, did you not hear what I said? I never even talked about the sperm.
We're not even talking about the gigolo.
I wasn't talking about that.
I don't think him
I said
being
like
named Puff makes you sick.
all of these factors about the same person, and then you're gonna tell me that he doesn't drug and rape women? Like, and there's allegations about that.
Who did he drug and rape?
The fucking
Did you pay attention to what happened in court?
Okay, so what? So one, there's a lawsuit against them saying that like someone witnessed him raping Aubrey while she was drugged. The lady from what's it called? That did the I'm coming home. There's also a lawsuit against him. And again, the fact that there's 117 whatever the fuck like allegations against this man, that like, bro,
there was a literal hotline by, I think it was Tony Busby, where he said, yo, call this number if you have allegations against Diddy. And hundreds of people fucking called in and made fucking lawsuits because they thought it was an easy money grab. And a lot of those are getting dropped at the moment because they were all just clout chasing moves. So it's just like, why are we taking all of that as fact? None of those lawsuits were won. So why are we taking all these allegations against a famous person and trying to demonize their character? Well, we could demonize him for the things we know, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I'm not calling him a good person, but the line sick to me is Jeffrey Dahmer. Piece of shit to me is Diddy. Somebody who's taking advantage of their power to do bad things. I think that makes you a piece of shit. I don't think that makes you sick. What makes you sick is literally like Jeffrey Dahmer, fucking Jeffrey Epstein. That shit is sick. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's on that level. He's like one tier below. You know what I'm saying? And then even like a lot of these people, like with the whole Cassie situation and all this type of shit, a lot of these people only decided to go forward and make these lawsuits when he was no longer beneficial to them. I don't respect that. You guys were down to ride with the piece of shit when you were getting paid. But then when he decided to kick you out of groups, when he decided to not make you benefit anymore, now I'm gonna sue.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird that like a lot of the shit that now I'm gonna bring up the lawsuit, and it's just like, bro, like you would have probably had a better bet if you just did it right when it happened, because then anything else that happened after that,
but they wanted to get paid.
I understand that, but you see what I'm trying to say though is like if they did it like literally in the point in time when that shit happened,
they would give them credit,
and then more time passes by, happens again. More time passes by, happens again. And it's all in close proximity of when the shit happens. Then they might be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, he's probably fucking guilty.
Exactly. Capricorn Clark, KK, she was like, bro, they were there, like they were riding to Kid Cudi's house ready. He said, yeah, we're going to go murder Kid Cudi. She went with him and she helped.
Yeah.
She didn't snitch on it until the man. Lots of these people did not say a thing until they thought that he was going to lose everything.
Yeah.
So then how am I going to respect their words? That's the thing. When you have a doc and nobody knows all this other back information, you guys are all going to watch this and think, oh, this is all true. Not all of it is true. Somebody came out from Biggie's family, how they said that Puff, how they said that they made Puff made Biggie pay for his own funeral. That was a lie. Somebody who was a part of the whole funeral organization and was a part of that whole thing said that no. Even Biggie's mom made it a priority that Puff paid for the whole entire thing.
Oh, okay, that's good. That makes me feel.
You know what I'm saying? But if that is a lie that came out by Biggie's family, look how much other lies that there could be involved in it. I think that this was a hit piece. First of all, lots of things were accurate, but my biggest problem is how they're framing the Tupac and Biggie shit. I don't like that because this was gangster shit that was going on, and they're gonna use that to demonize his character to say that he's a bad person because he was doing this. Do you know who Suge Knight is? Do you know what Suge Knight was doing to people, bro?
Like,
Suge Knight is in jail right now for life.
Exactly.
He's in jail right now for literally running somebody over at a gas station, bro. He's held fucking, was it Vanilla Ice over a fucking balcony and forced him to sign this contract to get out of his race? He was doing the same shit as Diddy. What the fuck are we talking about where we're gonna be like, oh yeah, he killed this person, he got this person killed, he was doing all this type of Tupac Biggie beef shit? That's what gangsters were doing. Look at what 50 Cent did. 50 Cent had DJ Khaled's mom stalked. 50 Cent, Tony Yayo slapped fucking Jimmy Henchman's son, who was like 16 years old. Got his fucking son slapped. They were doing gangster shit. But when 50 Cent does it, when fucking Suge Knight does it, it's gangster. When Diddy does it, he's a monster. Nah, he was being a gangster. That's what the fuck he was being at that point in time. He was being a fucking gangster. So all that fucking Tupac Biggie shit, I rule that shit off the fucking table because there's a lot of things like that in that. They didn't kill Tupac because of Diddy. That was just, oh, I heard there's a hit on Diddy. I heard there's a hit on these guys, and it was just a convenient thing, like to pick up the money because I hear this is happening and we're gonna do it anyways. The real thing is they killed Tupac because he punched a fucking famous Crip, a very violent Crip. He didn't want to get embarrassed by getting punched by a rapper in Las Vegas at the Mike Tyson fight, and the man came back and he smoked him. Bro, they were waiting outside of Club 662 for him for hours, and then when he finally got out, they didn't even find him. They heard girls screaming Tupac's name. Tupac. Then they said, oh, they got the gun from Eric Von Zip. Eric Von Zip, the reason why Diddy won't go to jail ever for Tupac's murder, because the middleman took the money and ran off with it. So these niggas didn't even get paid for doing it because the middleman ran off on the money. But at the same time, when they're doing all that gangster shit, I'm not gonna use that on the same level as him beating women and fucking all the things that I consider him a piece of shit, knowing that we glorify gangster rap every day. Why do we listen to California Love? Do we like Dr. Dre? Do you know what Dr. Dre has done to women? Dr. Dre has beat the brakes off. He beat up a female reporter on camera. Dr. Dre has literally, bro. That's why I don't like all this hypocrisy shit in terms of like we're picking and choosing who to act like, oh, I don't like Diddy now. We super don't like Diddy now. Like, he's not doing anything different than a lot of these other niggas was doing. So if you don't like Diddy, you better not like all these other niggas too.
So you know what then? I think that, again, you have people like me and Rooks who didn't know any of this stuff, right? I think that people don't know those things about those people. If they knew those things about those people, they'd feel the same way. It just requires someone who's invested enough to make a documentary about all of these different people.
But a lot of these things, like I said, if somebody didn't like me, and then they got 3 other people who didn't like me, and they decide to make a documentary about all the bad things and the worst things that happened in my life, they're talking about the situation in the tunnel, the situation at the charity basketball game where there was a stampede, the Travis Scott type situation where fucking like 11 people died or whatever. And they're putting that all on Diddy. I don't put that all on Travis Scott or Diddy. That's a venue and security type. That's beyond one person. That is not like, you know what I'm saying?
And they literally talk about it too. They were like, like during that time there was a thing called like bum rushing a entrance or whatever if you couldn't afford to get a ticket or like tickets sold out or like whatever.
How is that Diddy's fault?
It's just like
there's other
and they tried to say and I do hate how they tried to say, oh, Diddy over promoted it. It's like nigga, he literally did his job. job.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
Just like, it was literally just up to niggas being niggas to just fucking bum rush the thing and then create a stampede and then have no care for anybody else's human life and then just start, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, Diddy is a piece of shit, but the way the doc is framed is just like, yo, we're gonna all make people who don't know all these details and frame it like everything is Diddy's fault. For like, Biggie didn't want to go to California. The man had a song called "I'm Going Back to Cali." What the fuck are we talking about? He had a song in his own words, not written by Diddy, written by Biggie, saying "I'm going back to Cali."
But there's the one part where I forgot who it was, but he was like, yeah, Puff didn't want him to go to UK. That was the only part that I found really interesting.
Okay, I don't think that it would have been intelligent or beneficial to get Biggie Smalls killed, and I don't think that that's what Puff wanted him to get killed. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a horrible move for them going to LA at that time. 100%. Shouldn't have happened. But I don't think that it was beneficial to anybody. I don't see how that benefited
that
Puff.
I
don't think he got Biggie killed.
Yeah, that was like, yeah, whether he got Biggie killed or not, it's still very, what's the word I'm looking for? It was still very, just literally just overall not a good idea at all to, like, you know exactly what's going on.
Biggie
like,
knows what's going on. He chose to go.
Bro, that's fair. That's fair. And
niggas
I mean,
have
like,
autonomy, bro. Like, what the fuck?
And it's like, at the same time, it's like, again, like, yes, you do and don't understand, like, the type of, like, power holding that, like, Diddy had over his own artist or, like, whoever was working for him or whatever. And, like, we don't exactly know, like, what type of shit he would say to, like, make people do what he wants them to do. So, I mean, like, again, yes, like, Biggie was coming from, like, well, like, I'm, like, he makes gangster rap, like, he makes hard shit. So it's just like, yeah, you're just gonna tell, like, one man, you're scared that, like, one man is telling you that, like, you can't, like, you have to do something, and, like, if you don't want to do it, then, like, you know what I mean? So it does kind of put a weird like a weird ideology behind, like, what actually went on in that whole thing with Biggie going to LA knowing that he shouldn't be in LA because of everything that had happened.
I heard that Biggie wanted to, like, make peace with it. He wanted to, like,
Biggie didn't want to beef Tupac. Yeah. But at the end of the day, Biggie and Puff, all of them East Coast niggas knew exactly who shot Pac, and they didn't tell him. And that's what Pac was mad about. Pac wanted them to make the situation right. So Biggie does have some accountability in that situation. Puff, all them niggas who was there, they had some accountability in that situation. That was Tupac came to see you in the studio and he got shot 5 times. You know what I'm saying? And he was mad because these niggas didn't have his back and didn't give them no information for at least Pac to get his get back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that Pac had a good reason to be mad. You know. But why? But saying that it's all on Puff and Biggie holds no accountability in any of these situations, that is disingenuous to me. Me knowing all these other details and shit like that about what happened in these situations is disingenuous. You know, like, this was a hit piece. It was a really good hit piece. It was a really good doc, but it was all framed to make Diddy look bad. And the fact is, what I don't like is nobody's using any critical thinking. They're all just like, yo, I'm gonna believe every single thing in this documentary because it's a documentary. Like, that, to me, that's like, you know, let's try to, like, at least leave a little bit of room to think that, like, not everything is 100% fact, because not everything is 100% fact.
Well, I mean, 50 Cent made this, so we know he's just trying to go after Diddy.
Exactly. Yeah. He has everybody in the doc had, like, Diddy wronged me, so I'm going to say this. Nobody who Diddy did right by is going to be in that doc. You know? Yeah. And, like, the moral high horse thing. I feel like, do you feel like you're going to stand strong on anybody who has bad moral character? You're not going to support their music, or you're not going to support anything that they do? Because that's a very strong stance to have.
I mean, like, the more that you know about someone, it's like, it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to support that person or you don't want to support.
But how about the more that we don't know about somebody? We don't know shit about. We don't know none of these niggas. These niggas Bruno Mars could put up a big ass front like he's a great guy, but we don't know the shit that he's doing in his personal life. We don't know if he's a good person or a bad person. We listen to his music because we like his music. Why are we gonna judge him for what he does in his personal life that we don't know? Beyonce has such a picture perfect image. We never heard whether she's a sweetheart, whether she's a bitch. We don't know. So why are we what's the point of us judging what we don't know? We don't know these people. You know, and that's my whole thing. We don't know these people. Why are we gonna super judge them? That like I don't judge. Like there's certain things that I'll judge, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be like, okay, if you don't want to support Diddy, okay, you have all rights to not support Diddy's music because, to be honest, you didn't listen to Diddy's music before. So it's easy for you to just be like, I don't support Diddy. For me, I'm not going to say okay, let me just say this. I listen to R. Kelly. I'm sorry. But I Believe I Can Fly? Banger. You're telling me I can't watch Space Jam no more. You're telling me I can't watch Space Jam. You ever watch Space Jam?
No.
This nigga's too African. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Yo, I Believe I Can Fly is kids that in this day know that song. Yeah. That is a beautiful ass song. I don't care what R. Kelly did. I know he's a piece of shit. He deserves to be in jail. He's sick. R. Kelly is sick, in my opinion. He's fucking sick. But I believe I can fly. Like, what do you mean? Like this? Like I'm not like I compartmentalize music, bro. I separate the two. And then also for the moral high horse shit, how far are we willing to go? Are you not going to support Papa John's? Apparently he's racist. The Papa John guy's racist. We know. So hey, I better not see you eat no Papa John's.
I don't buy Papa John's.
You have an iPhone. I heard they use child labor and shit, Nikes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, how far are we willing to go with this moral high horse shit? Are you just like, let's see how far you're willing to stand on your 2 feet with how much that you support this shit. And I'm just saying that it will always not be consistent. I listen to the songs because I like the songs. I like, you know what I'm saying? It's never consistent for us to like stand on a moral high horse and act like, yeah, we're going to judge these people for who they are and not their music. At the end of the day, lots of these niggas are pieces of shit, especially once they get power. I listen to Chris Brown. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. I listen to Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Kill me. Cancel me. I love Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying?
I think most people do.
Do you listen to Chris Brown?
Not often, but like there's songs by him that I
Is
like.
he not a piece of shit for beating up Rihanna like that?
Yeah, I guess so.
It was self-defense.
She hit him first, technically. He's still a piece of shit for doing that.
Too, yeah.
But he was 17, bro. I'm not going to give too much slack.
I think for me, if I already liked someone and then I find that they're a piece of shit and then that doesn't affect how I feel about their music, then like I'm entitled to that. But if I didn't really know their music and I found out that they're a piece of shit and then that makes me not enjoy their music, then I'm also entitled to that.
But I feel like I could show you mad songs. Like Diddy's not an actual like art. Well, he's an artist, but like a lot of his best songs are just him being a part of other people's shit. Yeah. Like how they showed in the first episode, how he got Mary J and Jodeci. That was very inspiring to me about how he used hip hop beats and merged it with R&B to create like almost a whole subgenre within R&B for that whole late 90s, early 2000s style.
Yeah.
That was beautiful to me. You know what I'm saying? So we have to kind of give him credit where it's due on that part. But my whole thing is that I should be able to support him musically, or not even support him, but like his music for my own personal reasons, but also still say that he's a piece of shit. Like I can acknowledge that he's not a good person. And then also one of my other biggest points, I'm sorry, I'm going along, but all these record label niggas are shiesty. They all scam niggas. Did we not watch the NWA movie? What Jerry Heller was doing? Those niggas was eating sandwiches and shit on the bus, and then that nigga was taking all the money. The music business is predatory. It's always been like that, and it's still like that. But it's usually the white execs. We don't know who they are. But we know who Diddy is because he's famous, so it's easy to be like, oh yeah, he gave them a bad contract. He gave them a standard recording contract for that time. He did exactly what people does, where he says, you want a publishing deal? I'll give you $5,000 for your publishing early in their career. And then they don't know how much they should have actually did it. Then they're not educated, and he takes advantage of uneducated people in business. And that's what all of them do. That's the music business for you.
That's every business, to be honest.
So he is actually doing a good job at his job. In that way of being predatory in a predatory business. I'm not saying that I respect it. I'm not saying I respect it, but at the same time, I'm not going to demonize him for it the same way like the same way that we're acting like, oh yeah, he's a bad person because he signs people to bad contracts and takes advantage of them. Like, nigga, that's what his job is to do.
It's literally called Bad Boy Entertainment, so.
Like, you know, so it's like,
so he's not a bad person for that?
I said he's a piece of shit. He is a piece of shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He's basically like profiling himself in the industry. That
So wait, so like
literally-
what's your point? Like, is your point like, well, we shouldn't like see him as a bad person, or
No,
like we
no,
should
no.
care?
He's saying,
Like,
he's saying that he's a piece of shit, but like, bro, what he's done for the music, what he's done for like the history of music,
of hip hop in general,
in hip hop,
R&B.
like he's done his part, and he's etched his part in history. Where he's at now, and where what's going to happen to him in this future, that's also a part of history. It is what it is.
I think that everything that I demonize Diddy for is what he does with women. His assault towards women, beating women up, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit, I don't really care for. I'm not going to lie. And Tupac is one of my favorite people of all time, favorite human beings to ever live. I love Tupac with like a lot of my soul. I love Tupac. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can compartmentalize the shit that was happening at that time, and I'm not gonna act like he's a bad person for doing gangster shit. Because if Suge Knight did that same shit, we're not gonna act like he's Diddy. Suge Knight has done much worse. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you have your right to not like Diddy because you're not a fan of his music at all. But like when you're trying to, the take that you were having last night is like you're basically saying that because somebody is a piece of shit, we shouldn't support their music.
I said it like you, as an individual, can make the choice not to do so, and like you shouldn't have to care about what other people think about that. Like that's up to you to decide whether or not you want to care about their stuff or not.
But
like,
do you care if you're a hypocrite or not?
No, like if me saying that, like me personally, the way that I feel about this person, I don't want to support their shit, that means that you call me a hypocrite. I don't give a fuck if you call me a hypocrite for that.
But I want you to be consistent with your stances. If you're saying that because...
But that's what you
can I finish
want
my
me
sentence,
to.
please?
Like, I don't have to give a shit what you want. That's what I'm trying to say.
Can I finish my sentence, please?
Go ahead, but it's all your opinion. That's
It
what I'm
is my
saying.
opinion,
Go
but
for
I'd
it.
like the right to express it without you cutting me off.
Yeah, go for it. But I'm just saying I don't have to give a fuck.
You
But
don't
like,
have to give a fuck, but this is a podcast, so I'd like you to let me speak my piece.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, what I'm saying is that fuck, where was I? In order to be consistent with it, I want you to be like, if you don't like Diddy because he beats women, then I don't want you to support anyone who beats women. If you're saying my whole problem is you watched one documentary, did no further research, did no fact checking at all, you just believe everything from a hit piece from everybody who hates Diddy in the worst, lowest time of his life, and you're going to use that as the firm standing point to make a judgment on his character, to say that I'm not going to support him when you didn't support him anyways. That's easy. That is not moral. Because it's easy for you to be like, oh, I'm not going to support someone who I never supported. But what is actual morally that's something I can stand by and respect for you morally, is if you say that I don't support anybody who indulges in these behaviors. But if you are just saying that you don't support Diddy because a popular documentary comes out where it's popular to hate Diddy, then you are just a follower and you are a hypocrite for that. And then it makes your whole entire opinion on this void. Because you cannot listen to hip hop music. If that's the case, you're not allowed. There's too many pieces of shits in hip hop. You can't listen to Soulja Boy. You can't listen to you can't listen to fucking Dr. Dre. You can't listen to.
So what I have to say about that, in all honesty, is like if someone makes the choice that they simply just don't like a person, and that person produces some type of product, and you choose because you don't like what you've heard about that person, it's basically just branding, bro.
It's like, cancel culture, and I'm anti-cancel culture. But
it's more it's just branding. Like literally, if you don't like the way someone's branding is, like the best way to describe it is like, let's say if your neighbor is a piece of shit. You guys both own farms. You know his farm is branded with his cows are branded with a certain whatever.
Something
right?
racist. I probably wouldn't support it. Yeah.
But like branding a cow is like just to say like, yeah, this cow like belongs to my farm. Yeah. But anyways, so let's say this piece of shit neighbor, you see his cow roam onto your farm, you see his branding. The way that you choose to do whatever it is with that cow is based off the branding of that cow, right? Because that's a part of his product. So that's your choice that you personally make based off the branding that you perceive of that person. So it's like, that's literally your own personal choice. And it's like whether people, that's basically what A was saying, is like whether other people agree with my choice, what to do, what I choose to do because of what I perceive of a brand, what I choose to do with that information to make my own decisions. It's like, that doesn't really have to do with anybody else. And it's like, if I choose that, oh, somebody else where I see their branding and whatever, other people see their branding as this, but I see their branding as that, I'm going to choose to support them because that's how I perceive their branding. That's
I get it. And I think that everybody has the autonomy to choose whatever they want. He has the right to not support Diddy, but I just think that it's weak because you just never support him in the first place. So it's easy. You know what I'm saying? It's just easy and it's just very morally void, in my opinion. It's like, it sounds like he's trying to stand on a moral high horse saying that I don't support him because he does this, but he doesn't care about all the other factors where people aren't moral, but I'm going to support them because I like this product. You know what I'm saying? But he is easy to shit on Diddy because he doesn't know any Diddy songs. He doesn't know anything about Diddy for him to support. So it's easy. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he does have the right. But I stand on the same thing with Tory Lanez. Everybody wants to cancel Tory Lanez without context about knowing anything about the situation, but they just want to hear that he's branded, even though a lot of it is lies. Nobody cares about the lies. They care about, oh, he shot a black woman. So that's all they care about, that tagline. And it's very dangerous in society for people who don't do any research. Just follow the headline to then now make judgments and hurt people's lives. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he has the right to do that, but I'm just against that thought process.
I mean, even if I heard something, I'm not. I mean, there are people that are gonna go out there and talk that shit and say whatever, spread rumors, spread lies. But like, fuck, I ain't gonna do that. Like, so, you know what I mean? I just what you just said about spreading lies and shit. It's like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'll see a headline, I'll do research if I feel like it, but at the same time, I'm just like.
But I feel like you're more on the side of like, you can compartmentalize. Is there people that you don't support because you heard some shit that like if you're on some like real pedophile shit, I probably won't support you because of that. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
I have to like. I'm a kind of person that I have to literally think right now. I can't even think of it.
But I'd be consistent with my take. I'd be like, anybody who does this, I don't support. It's like, if you cancel Tekashi 6ix9ine, but you listen to Gunna, you are a hypocrite.
Oh, but I actually like Gunna's music though. I like Gunna's music more than Tekashi 6ix9ine's music.
That shows the hypocrisy. So are you canceling Tekashi because you didn't like Tekashi? No! Or are you canceling Tekashi because of the snitching? Because if you're saying that you're standing on a moral high horse about snitching, you don't want to fuck with anybody who snitches, then don't fuck with any snitches. But once you fuck with one snitch, and then you don't fuck with the other snitch, then that just shows very morally weak things. So it's like, yes, everybody has the right to do what they want, but I'm showing what actually is going on here when people aren't consistent. Like, Did
Gunna actually snitch?
Technically, yeah.
Technically.
So it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's as bad as.
I thought he didn't know. I thought he got like legally loopholed. That's what
he said.
That's an easy excuse too. But if the judge says like, if someone's on charge for a RICO and they say, yeah, is this a gang and are they and you've seen them commit criminal acts in furtherance of the gang and you're like, yes ma'am, that's I can't rationalize how that's not snitching. I can't rationalize that. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is consistency. If you're morally inconsistent, you ruin your own credibility. So yes, you can be a hypocrite. You said that you're fine being a hypocrite, but that's just like, hey, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I try not to be a hypocrite.
I think you're also very passionate about this subject, so that's where the heart comes from. Like, yeah, that's just a sidebar. I love how passionate you are about it, but like, yeah, like I never even thought that deep about like whether or not I'm listening to Tekashi or Gunna because of the snitching. I just don't like Tekashi's music that much. He just yells too much. Gunna has better flows, better melody. He's actually got talent, in my humble opinion.
But it seems like do you cancel anybody based off of what you heard in the news about them?
I got too much shit going on in my own life to give a fuck about
That's
Jasleen,
morally consistent, in my opinion. It's morally consistent because he just does whatever serves him, which is the same thing that I do. I don't care about all these things like I said, I listen to R. Kelly, bro.
No, I listen to R. Kelly too, bro. Like the music is good. Like that's what I'm trying to get at.
Do you listen to R. Kelly?
But
not really.
Okay.
What the fuck do you listen to, bro? Now you got me fucked up, bro.
I don't really listen to music.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to music.
We send you a playlist.
But that's why it's easy to shit on Diddy. You know what I'm saying? It's just easy. And when people take the easy route, I just feel like you're ruining your own credibility.
I think that's very, very like subjective.
Yeah, I think that might just be subjective, bro. Because it's like if we're literally talking to someone who like doesn't really care much for music at all, it's just like, okay, he doesn't like Diddy.
I'm not telling him to not like Diddy. I don't like Diddy as a person.
But that's what I'm saying is like, yeah, like he doesn't like Diddy because of like this, but it's like he doesn't even really genuinely like listen to lots of music anyway.
It's not even like he liked Diddy.
But my problem is
that this changed his mind.
My problem is he's saying that he doesn't like Diddy because of this doc, so he won't support anything that Diddy does. You have the right to do that, but I'm just saying that if you're going to have that moral stance, make it consistent with everything.
But he doesn't have to. It's free
okay,
will.
so then he's not. So then he doesn't just not like Diddy. He's just another person who falls victim to propaganda, and you're just gonna do the easy thing that's easy to the public. And yes, you have the right to do that, but I just want to frame it correctly. I just want to make it clear is that like, hey, if you're a hypocrite, you could be a proud hypocrite, but just know how society views hypocrites.
I honestly don't think society's really going to give a shit if AO likes Diddy or
No, but see what you just did there? You're saying if AO likes Diddy or not. I'm talking about hypocrisy. The way that we view people who are hypocrites in the world, we're going to call people, their opinions are less valued. Their say is less valued because they're a hypocrite.
But even deciding who is a hypocrite and who is not a hypocrite is just based on your personal subjective opinion on that person.
I don't think that's subjective. If somebody's a hypocrite or not, that is very factual. If I could say that you say that you're against this and you do this, you are a hypocrite. Okay, you can be a hypocrite. I'm not going to cancel you. I don't care. But if we're having an argument about you being morally consistent, now that I'm saying that when you say anything about your morals, I don't respect it because you don't really have a consistent moral basis. So then when we have any conversations about you talking about what you do based off of morals, then it's all void to me because it doesn't matter. It just matters about who you like. And that's all it is.
Yeah, we're all hypocrites at the end of the day, bro.
We are. We are all hypocrites at the end of the day. With some things. I can admit when I'm hypocrite too. So
yeah.
Any other?
That's the whole thing, bro. I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm a hypocrite. Sometimes I might even not know I'm a hypocrite. Might need that person to hop on a documentary and tell me that I'm a hypocrite. You know what I mean? To be honest.
But like, should you care if someone calls you a hypocrite about something?
I do not care. I only care about what my mom and pops think. My lady at the moment, because she's my lady.
I try not to be a hypocrite in life.
Yeah.
That's something that like, that's not something I want on me, where someone could say that like, I feel like that's a character flaw in my opinion. Like, I don't want to be seen as a hypocrite. Something like, I feel like my morals and my word and my values, I like to stand on that.
Yeah, but then at that point, you really got enemies. Like, if you got people that are calling you out like that or like on your ass about that, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you did something if you literally did something right now and I caught you in that hypocritical shit, I'm literally not going to call you out. Unless it's like to the degree where I'm just like, hey, bro, like, you
But some people don't care about being called liars. There's lots of people who just lie and they're liars. Do you like to be labeled a liar?
No.
That's something based off on your character. It's the same as hypocrisy to me. If you're whether you're a hypocrite or a liar, it's the same type of thing. You wouldn't like being called a liar, but you don't mind being called a hypocrite. So it's like, hey, the same way I look at a hypocrite and a liar, I look at it the same type of way. You know what I'm saying? So you saying that like I'm okay being a hypocrite is like saying, it's like the nigga who's okay being a liar.
No, but if you,
not everybody judges it, but some people do.
But if you call me a liar and I know I'm not a liar, I don't care. You have to like literally give me an example of me lying, and I'll be like, oh shit, I guess I did. But like, if you call me a hypocrite,
most liars
or you call
aren't
me a
that
liar,
accountable.
I literally don't. If you call me a hypocrite, or you call me a liar, or a stealer, or like a thief, like whatever, like I probably won't care because I know I'm not that. So then, unless you show me the exact example.
Hey, well, AO basically admitted to being a hypocrite. So
that's a sidebar.
My whole point is like if you're gonna call me a hypocrite based on the stance of it, like I don't like sure go ahead and call me a hypocrite. I don't give a fuck if you call me a hypocrite or not. So that's like again like to his point, it's like if you call me a liar and I myself don't truly believe like in my definition of whatever that word means to me, I'm not that. Then I don't have to give a fuck whether you call me a liar or not.
So do you feel like you're a hypocrite?
Like I'd have to like dig deep in that whole thing and dissect it, which I don't give a fuck to do. So like I don't care if you call me a hypocrite about it or not.
But do you feel like you are a hypocrite?
At this current standpoint, I don't think so because I haven't dug deep enough to decide whether or not I feel I'm a hypocrite or not. So like I'm just kind of like,
if the world was to see you as a hypocrite and label you a hypocrite based off of like just how they perceive your thoughts and actions, would that matter to you at all?
If I don't believe my thoughts and actions are wrong, no, I won't give a fuck.
Okay. How about you? Do you care about being called or labeled a hypocrite?
No.
True. Okay. How about a liar?
No, wouldn't really care.
I don't want to be labeled a liar or a hypocrite. I care about how I'm perceived in that way. I'm not gonna lie.
Have I told you?
Like I'm a pretty honest person, and I'm pretty morally consistent.
That's what I mean. Is just like if you truly know yourself, then it's like.
But y'all niggas be lying to yourselves, bro.
No, have I told
niggas be lying to themselves, bro.
All of us lie to ourselves.
I try to be very honest with myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes lying is like manifesting. I'm like, I look in the mirror, I'm being like, yo, you gotta make $1 million this year. And it's like, oh, fuck, I lied to myself. I didn't make $1 million this year.
I don't think that's lying, though.
I'm kidding. But yo, have I never told you about my standpoint where it's like, I want to have such a solid character that like when someone talks shit about me and the person knows me, they're just like, nah, like what the fuck you talking about? That's not him. Yeah, I swear.
Yeah, but if you're morally inconsistent and you're showing hypocrisy within your morals, I don't think that that's a good character sign. Like people will then see you as a hypocrite. You guys say you don't care if people see you as a hypocrite, but then you then can't say, yeah, people know my character. You niggas know your character as a hypocrite because you're proving you're a hypocrite by saying that, yeah, I support this person, but I don't support this person, but this person does the same thing, but I support them. I just think that that's fucking weird to me, in my opinion. But we're kind of going on about the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, we're at about 2 hour mark.
No way, we're at 2 hours already.
Yeah, because Rex was getting fucking sweaty in here talking about Diddy.
About Diddy, bro. That's hilarious.
Yeah. For me, it's not about Diddy. If you see my YouTube channel and my opinion, not your section, I have a video about DaBaby. I made one about Travis Scott. I made one about Tory Lanez, about all the situations about when they get canceled for things and people label, oh, DaBaby's LGBT, he's homophobic, because of the comments he made. Travis Scott because of the Stampede situation, and Tory Lanez because of the Meg Thee Stallion situation. I think that I use those things to show that I'm against cancel culture for things like that because of the hypocrisy of it. Like no one, like Kendrick wanted to label Drake a pedophile, but stands next to fucking Dr. Dre, who fucking was dating a girl or impregnated a girl who was like mad young, you know what I'm saying? Way underage and shit like that. Like to me, I think that shit is that's just whack. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. So based on that standpoint, you see Kendrick Lamar as a hypocrite, right?
100%.
Do you think that the world also agrees with that?
No, because most of the world is a victim of propaganda, and I feel like I'm the only nigga who tries to read between the lines instead of watching a doc and just believing everything without doing any information. Niggas are gonna believe not like us and be like, oh yeah, Drake when he was 22 kissed a 17-year-old before he knew her age, that's okay, but Kendrick, there's proof of him beating his fucking wife in a hotel and a fucking witness, but nobody cares.
No way.
because it's about propaganda and what you can make people believe. That's what people care about.
No, I mean that was a rap battle, so like the best man like was trying to out make the other person look
that shit
bad,
was not even about rap, bro. That shit was about headlines and propaganda, bro. It was barely about the actual songs. It was about what stuck, what narrative people wanted to believe. Drake lost that battle before he even started the battle because of his perception of him already. They wanted him to lose. They wanted the guy who was the savior of hip hop. And I was a bigger Kendrick fan than Drake before the beef. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like the way, as a Kendrick fan, and I seen all these random Kendrick fans come out of nowhere, I'm just like, where the fuck did all these niggas come from? These niggas are all Drake haters who became Kendrick's fans because it was convenient to hate Drake.
Yeah, character assassination.
So then when I see people hate on Chris Brown but then support Soulja Boy, I don't get it. When I see like people support for like when people hate on Chris Brown but they support Dr. Dre, like these niggas are beating bitches way worse. Like I just feel like to me that's just so whack to me. And lots of people don't care to look beyond the marketing and propaganda that's fed to them by the industry and the system, and they care more about people just get caught by the headline and the easy documentary that is easy to just like, manipulate people.
Yeah, but how are you finding all this info? You got to be finding. You already have
it's
these
really
YouTube channels
out there. It's right there. People just literally scroll on Instagram or watch a doc and they'll believe that. They don't do the information. I knew about the Stampede shit with Diddy from time. When I looked into the Travis Scott video, I looked into all the biggest Stampede times where people died like from a crowd space in a club or whatever. And Diddy was on the list. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even know about that. It was before all this shit came out. But like apparently that's what got Diddy famous, right?
Can I see the 2 other tabs? No more. Sorry, sidebar.
So you think we have enough time to get to at least one of the other videos? I think we're not.
Honestly, I have to be at work in 9 hours.
Say less.
8 hours. So
you guys ready to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a lot of clips from this.
No, I don't think so either, bro. I was just thinking that in my head.
Probably not.
But I'm happy I got to get my little shit off.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
Thanks for tuning in to the Chat Too Much,
Podcast. We chat too much, and now we're at 2 hours for chat too much, basically.
Can you guys let us know? Can you guys let us know if 2 hours is too much? Like, do you feel like by the end of this, were you just like done?
There's no way to.
I feel like this podcast really showed like Rex's passion in hip hop knowledge, because he did say he knew everything beforehand.
Yeah.
So give him his flowers for that.
For that, yeah. For sure.
Because like, you know, I learned something today. You know, I learned multiple things today from him informing me. So that's good. And I'm a hip hop fan, bro. As English being my second language, I love hip hop, especially Nas's New York State of Mind was the song that actually got me into hip hop, because the one line that the triple entendre is like, and now I'm jetting to the building lobby. It was full of children, probably couldn't see as high as I be.
Nas is crazy.
That's a triple entendre, because the children couldn't see as high as him because he's tall, and he's jetting to the lobby that's high like a plane, and then he's high because he smokes. So like that's a triple entendre. And
Nas is a genius, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sick.
Try not to let, like, my whole lesson that I'd have to conclude with is like, try not to let the headlines or the hit pieces make you guys form a concrete opinion before doing any research, because that's what people do. They form things without doing any research. That's why everybody thinks that Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion, when anybody who did the actual research knows that he did not do it. There's nothing that really points to him doing it, and Meg Thee Stallion shit makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want everyone to do their due diligence before casting harsh judgments on people, because one day that could be you.
Yeah.
That could be you or you, where somebody's judging you just based off of a headline.
If you have any questions about anything hip hop related or anything that you feel that could be more in depth, ask the Chat Too Much page, and Rex will get back to you on that.
Oh, no, one day I'm definitely going to start getting back to my YouTube channel shit, where it's like I'm talking about hip hop shit. I would talk about more hip hop shit, but I feel like because y'all aren't as knowledgeable, it wouldn't be as fluid as a conversation.
Just find somebody that would be.
I think I could one-man band it.
What I'm saying, like, it would be cool, like, if you found like one or two guests, and then like you literally just did a pod episode where it's just about hip hop.
Talk about hip hop.
True, maybe. I'd like to talk about certain things in hip hop, but not just hip hop. Like,
well, that's what I mean is like, if you like do the homework to like find two people or something that have that same type of knowledge and do that same type of research, and then just like have a pod episode with them.
So free Diddy. Yo, I'm joking. That nigga deserves to do his time. But to be honest, not really. Like, he's in jail for buying male prostitutes. Who else do you know is in jail for buying male prostitutes? That's kind of fucked up.
Yo, now you remind me. That fucking gigolo got weirded out to the point that he's getting paid to fuck her, and he's like consenting to the sperm, but now he's at a point where he's so like weirded out by y'all that he's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing with my sperm? Like, you had to have asked for it consistently or just like weirded him out. Like, I really had to think about it. I went into that mindset. I'm like, this guy's getting paid to fuck. Okay, like Brax, right? Like, and he's partying, and
he actually
he's like,
liked Cassie,
and he like, well, obviously, bro. So all of these factors, and now he's just at the point at his wit's end. He's just like, dog, what are you doing with my sperm? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think he was at his wit's end, bro. Do you know how much interviews that nigga has out? Clayton Howard. His name's Clayton Howard.
You learn something new.
He just did a Vlad TV interview, an Art of Dialogue interview. He went on a big ass press run. That's why I heard all of this shit already, and there's way more details. That wasn't his wit's end. Trust me. That nigga, he's just another nigga that once he's seen the opportunity, he decided to get on the train and start. He's actually more mad at Cassie than Diddy.
Oh.
He's mad at Cassie because he said he has a lawsuit against Cassie.
Oh.
Not Diddy, because he's saying that basically Cassie lied to him and took advantage of him and da.
Wow. See,
you know,
learn more.
Do your due diligence, guys. Don't just believe everything you see. Actually look into it deeper, because that's what it comes down to for me. But you already know this is the Chat Too Much podcast, and we out. Peace.
2 hours.